One step forward, two steps back. I'm here for what you step back. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and all up for delight. Do you remember me? Capture you, I'll set you free. I am all of me. 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 I am everyone, everywhere, anyhow, anywhere, any will, any day. I am everyone, everywhere, anyhow, anywhere, anywhere, any day. I am. 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 Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and all out for delight. Do you remember me? Capture you, I'll set you free. I am all of me. 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 I see no hearing the evil. Black writings on the wall. Unleash the million faces, and one by one they fall. Black-hearted evil, brave-hearted hero. I am all I am. All I am. I am. Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Go ahead and try to see through me. Do it if you dare. One step forward, two steps back. I'm here forward, two step back. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and all I find.
Do you remember me? Capture you, set you free. I am all of me. Adios, how are we doing today? How are we all doing today? Deadpool's stronger than Captain America by overpowering Cable. I mean, Cable's relatively featless, so I wouldn't agree with that. I feel like Steve being relative to the Winter Soldier would be enough. Not to mention you've got, like, Worthy Cap with Mjolnir. Yeah, we're chilling. Now I'm curious, because this is one of their oldest death battles, so I don't actually know how they're gonna... I don't actually know how well they're gonna do here. Yeah, I like this. This is pretty nice. Yeah, I fuck with this. I like it. Tails, you'd be a flying type, you muppet. What else would you be? Tails would obviously be a flying type. Deadpool slams Captain America. If we're talking the film versions, no. Steve claps Deadpool. Yeah, we'll just wait a few minutes. Get people in. What's everyone's favourite Pokemon? Probably Metagross. Because he just looks so fucking furious, but he's so OP that it's funny. Can you see all of me? I like this a lot. This music really works well. Deadpool's stronger, overpowering Cable, which is false. I mean, if you're talking Cap at his strongest, he's like went toe-to-toe with Thanos. I'd also point out that the Time Ripper is extremely unreliable for power scaling. Considering Cassandra Nova couldn't endure it, and she was consistently bullying them both throughout the entire film. So I'd point out that using the Time Ripper is very unreliable. Also, saying they tanked it is very dishonest. They were literally dying to that shit. The only reason they survived was because of healing factors. It's like, even Wolverine was fucked up from it. So not only is it an outlier, but it's not even that, like... They didn't even, like, tank it. Hello, humans. Yeah, Sonic could probably be an electric type. I can see that. Right, that being said, I'm ready to get going if you guys are. Let's get the background music. Ooh, we haven't had a Ungravitify in a hot minute, which is basically my theme tune at this point. Ungravitify is basically my fucking theme, so... I mean, there are worse Sonic songs to have. I'm down. I'm curious as to what their reasoning's gonna be. For some reason it's already... I must have already clicked on it. Hang on. Bear with me, bear with me. Alright, there we go. I'm ready to get going. Right, I'm ready if you guys are. My camera has fallen slightly, but I am ready. Ready to rock, motherfuckers. Cassandra isn't durable at all. Oh, you mean the same person who no-diffed getting stabbed by Wolverine's claws? You know that person? Yeah, she isn't durable. Okay, buddy. Sure. Yeah, that person isn't durable, guys. At this point, I feel like you're lying. Let's get started.
With Death Battle, our combatants are always extraordinary in one way or another, whether they're a superhero or a plumber.
But these two are literally built to show up the rest of their kind. Mewtwo, the genetically engineered Pokemon.
And Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out...
Durability isn't surviving, it's tanking something. Okay, and they didn't tank the fucking Time Ripper, so I don't care. Surviving getting stabbed is endurance. I feel like you're just trying to tone police to try to seem like you have an argument. Like, I feel like you're just tone policing. Like, everyone knows what point I'm making here.
Who would win a death battle?
Off the top of my head, hang on, when did this video come out? 9 years ago. 2016. Okay, so they have access to X and Y. They have access to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which does upscale Mewtwo. They have access to Generations for Shadow. I mean, realistically, the highest you can get Mewtwo at this point is, like, Universal. I mean, Solar System is more of a fair estimate. You can get him to MFTL Plus due to him scaling to Deoxys. Maybe Infinite Speed? I don't know, like... I haven't looked at Mewtwo power scaling in a hot minute. If I'm being completely honest, I haven't looked at Mewtwo full stop in a minute.
Years ago, a brilliant scientist named Dr. Fuji was working to create a brand new life form which would change the world.
That's great and all, but he had something else in mind.
Fuji hoped his experiments would help him discover a way to resurrect the person he cherished most, his deceased daughter, Amber.
With unlimited resources funded by mob money, he figured out how to clone his daughter's ball of consciousness. Because science!
But before he could finish, he had to create the most powerful Pokemon, a clone of the legendary Mew.
And he named him Mewtwo.
Yeah, Fuji wasn't very creative when it comes to naming, but when you can create a new life form with nothing but a fossilized eyelash, you know you're a master of genetic engineering. A field I'd love to get more experience in myself.
Told you 1,000 times, Wiz, you're not gonna alter my DNA.
What are you talking about? I would never do that.
Always watching, Wiz. Always.
Growing up in a test tube,
Alright, let's try skip ahead a little bit. I feel like we're all familiar with Mewtwo's origin. Well, unless you know jack shit about Pokemon, I suppose. Did they even go... I swear down, I remember watching... Okay, so they do actually go over feats. Okay, I remember them going over, like, gameplay for this video, but I could be wrong. You forgot that it was from the inside, from the outside. Deadpool's new suit is bulletproof by tanking Deadpool's army, but I don't know what point you're trying to make. Like, being bulletproof is not impressive in the slightest. Like, that's a Danko argument right there. Oh, this guy's bulletproof, so he solos. That's a Danko argument you've got there, good sir.
Fortunately, this left Mewtwo with a feeling of loss and confusion, and no memories to explain why.
With nothing else to do, Mewtwo decided to take out all his aggression on all of humanity. And then he turned some stupid kid into stone, a bunch of Pokemon cried, and Mewtwo figured out humans aren't so bad after all.
Mewtwo is one of the most powerful Psychic-type Pokemon, defeating its foes with the power of its mind.
Yeah, so it's like they do look at like gameplay, like bringing up the bringing like the in-game abilities into the also they spelt pressure wrong. It has an R in it.
You keep calling him it. Is Mewtwo a guy or a girl?
Well, neither. Technically, it's gender.
Riff, do you pre-watch videos before debunking them? Usually, yes, but it depends. Like, not for streams. Usually for streams, I go in blind.
Oh, how does it bang?
It doesn't.
Bummer. Well, one thing's for sure, it's got balls. Of ghost energy that blow holes in stadiums. Had an onslaught of undodgeable stars, multiple types of defensive shields, and a healing ability for when those shields don't quite cut it.
Alongside its other...
See, again, it's like I feel like a lot of this is just like gameplay. So it's like they're bringing up like some of his most impressive moves that he can learn.
And a healing ability.
See again, it's like recover, heals 50% of maximum health. It's like, that's clearly a gameplay thing.
For when those shields don't quite cut it.
Alongside its other abilities, Mewtwo's favorite move is Psychic, a powerful form of telekinesis. With it, Mewtwo can effortlessly send enemies as heavy as a 500-pound Onyx flying through the air.
He can even make himself fly like a Zubat out of hell.
Also, it can augment its melee combat with Psychic Energy or occasionally a massive spoon.
Would you say he sometimes spoons his enemy?
Yeah, there you go. That's the feat I was referring to, where he scales to Deoxys. Is that his speed form, or is that his not? It doesn't really matter, because it's gameplay regardless. It's like a lot of the Pokemon scale to like his normal...
No, nothing about Mewtwo is cuddly, especially when it uses Hyper Beam or...
His normal state, that's what I meant. It's like even like default Deoxys has pretty impressive speed.
Psy Strike. Attacks so strong they can incapacitate the toughest of Pokemon in a single hit.
And when trouble comes a-knockin', Mewtwo answers the door with a badass Mega Evolution.
Mewtwo is one of the few Pokemon capable of Mega Evolving without the assistance
I'm gonna be completely honest, I really hate that Mega Evolution. I prefer Mega Mewtwo X. The one where he actually looks like Mewtwo.
of a trainer. As Mega Mewtwo Y, it gains enormous boosts in strength,
I fucking hate that one. They should have given that one to Mew.
defense,
Like, the X one looks so much better.
and speed.
Making Mewtwo powerful enough to fly into space while carrying a robot bug monster.
Fast enough to breach escape velocity
I
over
don't know, I hate it. I hate that design.
25,000 miles per hour, over 32 times the speed of sound.
So, really fast.
Mewtwo
Hypersonic Mewtwo. Oh boy.
is so skilled in its psychic prowess, it can wipe specific memories from dozens of people at once.
On top of all that, it can survive a massive amount of abuse. Like the time it got double impaled by an alien Pokemon's tentacles. Didn't they censor that?
It effortlessly defeated most of the Pokemon Champions team, including a legendary Articuno. It also teleported an entire crater lake from the top of Mount Cana. This lake is comparable to a similar body of water in the real world, Lake Killator.
See again, it's like a lot of his feats are pretty outdated now, because it's like, I'm fairly certain with like the recent shit, Mewtwo went against like Zygarde. Was it Zygarde? It was either Zygarde or Necrozma. I'm leaning towards Zygarde though, because I remember Necrozma being really overpowered. How hard or easy is it to rage bait you? Fucking try and find out. You ever played Smash Bros? I've played a few Smash Bros games. Most of the Mega Evolution Ys just kind of look shit. Yeah, it's like I don't really like Charizard's either, even though it's like objectively better than Y. Even though Y is objectively better than X in terms of stats. I just prefer the black dragon with the blue fire. It looks cool. It looks sweet. I like it.
Toa, which holds over 385 million tons of water.
Wow, that's almost enough power to lift my ex-wife on buffet day.
Being a psychic Pokemon, Mewtwo is naturally weak to bug, ghost, and dark-type damage. Strange Dr. Fuji didn't pull that code out of his DNA, but whatever.
Hey, you gotta have some sort of failsafe when you're making the world's most powerful Pokemon.
Ah yes, the ultimate failsafe against the most powerful psychic Pokemon. Bugs!
Oh, God, it's a Caterpie! Get it away, it's spooky!
I was not born a Pokemon, I was created. And my creators have used and betrayed me. So, I stand alone.
I will say, I really like that suit of armor for him. Looks nice.
Years ago, a brilliant scientist named Professor Gerald Robotnik, the grandfather of Sonic's forever balding nemesis, worked to create a new life
Now we got
form
Edgy
which
the
would
Hedgy. We got Edgy the Hedgy.
change the world.
It was called Project Shadow, a covert government operation to discover the secret to immortality. Besides, you know, like diet and exercise, cause fuck that.
In Professor Gerald's case, specifically for his granddaughter Maria, who was dying as a result of neuroimmune deficiency syndrome.
Now that I think about it, Project Shadow is a pretty scary name for a program that's all about curing diseases and saving humanity.
Maybe it has something to do with the program's secret pact with a hive mind alien race called the Black Arms. Perhaps.
Okay. So what do you get when you take immortality, the cure of all diseases, aliens, and put them all together to make the ultimate life form? You get a hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog was the first step toward a perfect future. And during his time in Gerald's space laboratory, Shadow and Maria grew very close.
Until they were separated by a bullet. Turns out the governments of the world weren't too fond of all the evil alien business, so they stormed the place, captured Shadow, and killed Maria right in front of him. 50 years later, Shadow escaped and decided to take his revenge by just killing everyone. Until he remembered Maria's last words were pretty much, "Don't be a dick," so he changed his mind.
Now on the side of good, Shadow dedicated himself to protecting the world from the forces
Edgy
of
the
evil.
hedgy.
Turns out fighting the bad guys isn't too hard when you've got super strength, super speed, helped along by some awesome rocket shoes, and a bucket of deadly chaos powers.
By channeling the potentially unlimited power of the Chaos Emeralds, Shadow can enhance physical attacks, heal over time, and strike with powerful energy blasts. And with the power of Chaos Control, he can warp through space and distort time, slowing it down to a crawl, or with enough power, freezing it completely.
He's got so much power, he can only contain it all with 2 inhibitor rings around his wrists. Unless he gets all 7 Chaos Emeralds, which he can use to transform into a Super Saiyan.
Hot take, Sonic Adventure 2 wasn't all that bad. I mean, it's far from the worst game of all time, but I don't like Adventure 2. And I think that recently it's just gone even worse for me. In some of the most recent podcasts, they're interested in me doing Shadow vs. Mewtwo. That could be quite cool. I mean, both verses have got, like, significantly more feeds. Pokemon's probably not gonna go anywhere.
Shadow, Super Shadow, yeah. As Super Shadow, he is
The Sonic verse is overrated. In what regard? In terms of just quality or in terms of power scaling?
completely invulnerable, can move at the speed of light, and has unlimited access to the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
Enough power to stop.
See, this again, we're finally getting to shit that I can actually, like, address. So it's like, average duration 50 seconds. That's not true. Canonically, like, this was during the early 2010s where people used this as like a counter argument against super forms. Super forms have lasted like several days in the advanced games. They've also canonically never run out of time, which is why it's really weird that people keep using this as a counter argument. Like, canonically, no character has ever, like, ran out of time. It's like they've 100% of the time defeated the villain before turning back to normal. Which is why it's really weird that people keep using this as a counter-argument. But, anyways.
The space colony Ark's collision with Earth, and to teleport a giant comet the size of a city. Assuming this rock is half hollow and using the density of concrete as minimum base, this black comet must weigh at least 915 million tons.
Even without his super form, Shadow is powerful enough to wipe out an entire alien fleet in one blast, fast enough to reach hypersonic speeds, and strong enough to play tug-of-war with a giant space monster who is so big, he uses a planet a tenth the size of our moon as a chair.
Okay, so, moving at hypersonic speeds. Even back in Adventure 2, they were described as being light speed. You also have... like, even Sonic Shuffle, you have the characters outrunning black holes. Fuck me. Again, it's like a lot of this stuff is very... are they even gonna talk about, like, Solaris? I don't even think they talk about Solaris. They don't talk about any of it. Like, I mean, consistently he scales to Sonic. Sonic, you can argue, was easily inaccessible to immeasurable at this time. You can argue... inaccessible for basically all of the Sonic characters because of white space. So, I mean, lowballing Shadow, he's still like MFTL+. Lowballed.
Naturally,
Excuse me. Also, they do mention Solaris in a fucking text box.
When you've got this much power, you're probably a cocky dick.
Yes, Shadow is excessively overconfident in his abilities. Also, he has a terrible memory.
This guy has spent most of his life wondering who the hell he is. And even when he does remember, he usually winds up losing his memories later anyway. To be fair, if I fell from outer space and all I lost were my memories, I'd consider it a really good day.
Oh, fuck me. I can already see where this is going. Okay. Yeah. I can already see where this is going. I feel like they're gonna try using mind control as a way of Mewtwo winning. I would like to point out, though, during Shadow 05, Shadow did canonically resist mind control, to the point where Black Doom theorized that he was immune to mind control. Also, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, a rare W for that game. When the characters were amped by 4 Chaos Emeralds, they were able to resist mind control. So, in theory, all 7 Emeralds, the super forms should be immune to mind control. In theory. They don't really have any feats to suggest that, but it is what it is.
I mean, I lose them from just falling over at the bar.
That's probably not because of the fall. Also, we can't forget that the Super Shadow form only lasts so long.
Then again, when you move at light speed and have control over space and time, who cares about time limits?
Not usually a problem for the ultimate life form.
Many years ago.
See, here's the thing. When you can run at light speed and have control over time and space, who cares about time limits? Guarantee they're gonna use time limit as an argument against Shadow.
Professor Gerald Robotnik endowed me with the power of chaos control. A normal creature like yourself doesn't stand a chance against me.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Here we go. Ooh, it's Mewtwo's cave from the anime. Fucking Zubats.
Get away! You are not welcome here. Leave this place.
What's your problem, freak?
I know not its name, but it is black, red, and very annoying.
I like the aura for both of them. How are you, Rick? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thank you. What about yourself, dude? I'm doing very good. Using the spoon as a baseball
This'll
bat.
stop you.
Another gem? What's he doing?
Chaos.
I must know. No!
Control.
I feel like at this point it would be a GG's. You know what I mean? Like, he's used Chaos Control. I feel like at this point it's probably a GG, but anyway. Oh, the emeralds.
Good try, monster, but you're done.
Too much.
Oh, it's now Mega Mewtwo.
Chaos.
Not this time.
Control. Maria. Wait, Where am I? Oh my god, I'm glowing! Why am I glowing?
Sayonara.
No comment. Okay. Where do I even begin? Oh dear. Okay. First of all, the absolute disrespect. Obviously you were gonna inspire backlash from that shit. Okay, what they just showed would not happen at all. Like, I'm so confused. Hey, Sky, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I have no idea. I've literally... Okay. See, the thing that... Okay, here's one thing that I will say. I hate the fact that Shadow spams Chaos Control when he has, like, the other abilities, you know? Like, he has, like, Chaos Spear, Chaos Blast, Chaos Snap, if you're talking about Sonic 06. Like, that's not how Shadow fights, first of all. And, secondly, they would not just no-diff him in terms of, like, mental attacks. Or telepathy.
KO! You know, Wiz, when we started Death Battle, I don't think we ever expected to see someone die by spoon.
Yeah, Shadow may have had the advantage in pure speed and power.
Also, fuck you, Mewtwo. Spoon is more of Alakazam's thing.
But this time, Rain defeated Brawn.
Mewtwo got...
Also, I really hate this, because it's like, even in terms of speed, it's like, they had Mewtwo at Hypersonic, and they had Shadow at Light Speed, so it's like, by that logic, Shadow would never take damage.
The rundown on all Shadow's abilities simply by reading his mind, giving it the knowledge it needed to counter or avoid crazy powers like Chaos Control.
Ultimately, there was nothing really stopping Mewtwo from just taking over Shadow's mind, and
Aside from the fact that he's resisted those attacks, but okay, buddy.
its impressive durability and healing power bought it enough time to do so.
Pretty hard to win a fight when your opponent can make you forget what you're doing and who you are in an instant.
Shadow
I mean, that doesn't really bother Shadow.
has been mind control before, and has always relied on outside help to recover. Even while Super Shadow was...
That is the Sonic Boom cartoon, my friend. That is irrelevant. The Sonic Boom cartoon is not canon. Also, as well, like, you didn't talk about the Chaos Emeralds at all. Why is the chat box disappeared? Alright. Like, you didn't talk about the Chaos Emeralds at all. Like, preventing them from getting mind taxed.
physically invulnerable, this form didn't protect his mind. Like that time he fell
Also, I'm fairly certain that's a straw man. It's like, if you're invulnerable to attacks, your mind would also be protected.
from space, and then the worst game ever happened.
Yeah,
How the hell can you be invulnerable and vulnerable at the same time? Seriously, listen to what they just said.
Outside help to recover. Even while Super Shadow was physically invulnerable, this form didn't protect his mind. Like that time he fell from space, and then the worst game ever happened.
He's physically invulnerable, but he's not invulnerable. Okay, buddy.
yeah, Shadow was gonna lose, sooner or later.
The winner is Mewtwo.
Oh, bloody hell.
Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, is this Master Chief vs. Doom guy? It is, isn't it?
Crap. Yeah, why do you think I'm asking you?
Fairly certain it was. Or it was something like that. So yeah, that was rough. And now, I think it's actually interesting to check out another video.
Hey guys, Confer here. Today's the
Taking a look at, like, actually scaling the two. I'm curious to see what Mewtwo has actually brought to the table. But that video was pretty bad. So it's like, this is the thing. I don't really like videos like that where there's like basically no analysis at all. It's basically just, hey, let's introduce the character for like 60% of the time, and then not even talk about their greatest feats. It's rough. Probably the worst Sonic episode they've done so far. Yeah, and it was one of the first ones they made, which is funny. Back what I miss. We just finished watching the video. Like, it's interesting. The mind hacks argument is interesting since Sonic characters don't have mind hacks. They do. They literally do have resistance to mind hacks. Like in Sonic Chronicles, they resist mind hacks with the Chaos Control, with Chaos Emeralds. It's like, super forms have resisted mind hacks. You can even argue that Sonic in Sonic Unleashed has resisted mind hacks before. Also, why is the chat box not working?
Wait, what's going on?
Oh,
I just jumped in.
It's back now. There we go. We're just watching a Shadow videos.
Oh, how far are you?
Well, we finished the first one. It's Shadow versus Mewtwo, and yeah, the first one wasn't very fun.
Let me take a wild goddamn guess. Shadow loses to Mewtwo.
This video was literally made to spite Shadow. The voice actor for Shadow was told to voice him horribly on purpose. Really? Interesting. Bunkai is in chat. Also, not gonna lie, I really want to debunk some fucking Danko videos. Because holy shit, like, we would just all be on the same page for Danko videos. They're so bloody boring. Like, it'd be funny. Like, just looking... Nah. I've already got one video of Danko's I want to debunk. He said that Frag solos the Avengers. I'm like, oh. Ooh, we're gonna have fun with that.
Okay, in fairness, Rip, if it was like the first Avengers movie, then yeah, I could probably see Thrag beating them.
Yeah, if it's like the first I'm fairly certain he gave the Avengers literally everything. Like, every single hero in Endgame, strongest forms, he gave them, like, the lot. I'm like, nah.
I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure Thrag can beat Iron Man, considering even with the Mark 85, fucking Iron Man could not beat Thanos.
It's like Frag beats a lot of them, but he doesn't beat all of them. It's like he's not beating. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna ask, who do you think? I'm actually curious.
Who do I think wins or beats him?
Yeah, like who Thrag doesn't beat.
But it's like, you gotta keep in mind it's like a team battle, so it's like, if they're working in a team, it's like Thor, Doctor Strange, I know we hate her, but Captain Marvel,
how dare you bring
who
up
the
Captain
fuck?
Marvel?
Oh, Scarlet Witch, assuming that she doesn't get one shot, which is a bit of a glass cannon. Well, she was up until Multiverse of Madness anyways, where she just became unkillable. Who the hell else?
Going off and killing Xavier.
I mean, Hulk would just be like Battle Beast. He'd just be like a distraction. Iron Man could create a plan. But it's like, realistically, it's like even just those four. It's like the
like, is he like bringing like all? Is he just bringing like all the MCU heroes, or
basically,
the
yeah?
Specifically? Because yeah, if it's supposed to be the Avengers, it's supposed to be like 6 of them.
Well, I think
because not everyone's
I think he just
Avenger.
Well, yeah, he just does it because he doesn't think. But anyway.
Guys, yeah, if it's like the Avengers 1 movies, where freaking it's like them in the first Avengers movie, then yeah, Thrag easily slaughters them. Even
worthy Captain America, yeah, he probably could get some damage in, if assuming that, you know, he's not like being targeted.
Because if I'm being honest, I think Thrag is pretty comparable. I'm going with the mindset that Thrag is comparable to Thanos. And with like 3 of them, they could not match freaking Thanos.
Yeah, it kind of depends again, because it's like, I think... I haven't looked at MCU scaling in a hot minute, but it's like, even looking at Thor, it's like, I think he should be more durable than Frag, because of the star feat. Because I'm fairly certain they say in Infinity War that it's like a neutron star, which is just insanely OP. But yeah,
Like that
just
movie.
let's have a cheeky little look at some Shadow stuff.
The anniversary of the release of Sonic Adventure 2, the game that Shadow the Hedgehog first debuted in. So, in celebration of the birthday of the second coolest Sonic character, today I'm going to be covering Shadow vs Mewtwo, a matchup that got fucking robbed in the Death Battle Kickstarter rematch poll. Let's take a look at which of these two genetically engineered life forms would win in a one-on-one fight. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, as these take a ton of effort to make, and they make a lot of stuff like this on the channel. Feel free to
Shadow is fucking stupid.
Neutron stars are smaller than the Earth. Yeah, and they're way more powerful than actual stars. Like, you do realize that, right? Neutron stars are busted, but anyways. Seriously, they need to nerf the Sonic verse so badly, because it's not fun, it's obvious who's going to win a fight. I mean, not really, you just need to put them against good matchups. It's like, I don't think you need to nerf, like, Superman just because he's OP. Like...
Even though DC does it all the fucking time, if we're being honest.
Well, they do retcons and shit, but, like, it is, you know... That's fair.
comment down below who you think is going to win and why, and feel free to drop suggestions for matchups down below or in my Discord. Of course, a quick spoiler warning for both of these franchises. With that out of the way, seeing as I just covered a Sonic character in the channel, let's start with Shadow.
If the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have.
Shadow the Hedgehog,
That's
first
still a
appearing
cool
in Sonic
fucking line,
Adventure
I'm not
2,
gonna lie.
is Sonic's most prevalent recurring rival, being created over 50 years ago by Professor Gerald Robotnik, with the help of an alien named Black Doom, as the final result of a government experiment called Project Shadow. After Gunn deemed it to be too much of a threat, however, the Ark was raided, the small child was shot, and Shadow was sealed away for 50 years, until the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Now, Shadow's scaling is pretty simple, as he just scales relative to Sonic, being the most consistently comparable to Sonic out of anyone else in the franchise. I've already gone over base Sonic scaling on this channel, so if you want a more in-depth explanation, go
Have you seen SK's Sonic 06 video? No, I was gonna react to it in a stream, but then I delayed the stream because I wanted to finish my frag video. We can have a look at that at some point.
watch my
Oh, yeah,
video
I
on
was
Knuckles
actually
vs.
gonna
Piccolo.
have that
In
too.
short, modern Sonic in base is pretty consistently around the low multiversal tiers of AP due to a plethora of feats like defeating Eraser Jin, a character who had absorbed several universes, the Egg Dragoon, which should be superior to previous Eggman mechs that can contend with Adventure Era Supersonic, and Perfect Chaos, which also is able to contend with Adventure Era Supersonic. Sonic has grown much stronger with time, and on top of that, base Shadow was recently able to defeat Metal Overlord, who previously required 3 super forms to be in heroes, so Sonic and Shadow could possibly be in the multiversal tier of AP at this point in time. And on top of that, Shadow can remove his inhibitor rings on his wrists, which amp his strength and speed by a considerable amount, but has a couple
Might be a hot take. I don't like Shadow when he removes the rings. It's like I can't. I like Shadow when like that just looks weird to me. I don't know. I prefer him with the gold rings around his wrists.
I think Sega might agree with you because haven't you noticed in later media Shadow
He doesn't
has
fucking
that
remove them. Yeah, I know. This is like the one and only time he's removed the rings in the games, to my knowledge at least. I don't know. I don't really like that. I prefer him with the rings.
I don't even think in
And on
Sonic
top of
Adventure 2 he removed the inhibitor rings when I think about it.
Like that shit looks nice. I like the gold.
Shadow can remove his inhibitor rings on his wrists, which amp his strength and speed by a considerable amount, but has a couple drawbacks that we'll get to later.
Can we just appreciate this scene as well? Like Rouge kind of looks worried, Shadow looks badass, and Omega looks like he don't know what time it is. Like Omega just looks
Omega
happy to
just-
be there.
amount, but has a couple drawbacks that we'll get to later. Now, I've seen a lot of
That's
people,
basically
especially
you, me, and fucking Asake when we go into an absolute fucking 15.
Yeah. When I'm the heavy, I'm just Omega. I'm just big fucking fat bastard that just solos everything.
I'm pretty much rude looking at you fuckers like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
whenever
is
the
this guy
Terminus
doing?
spawns in, ASF takes off the inhibitor rings, just goes to town.
my comments unironically try to argue that base Sonic scales to Solaris, which I heavily disagree with. This argument comes
Oh fuck me. Yeah, the Sonic fans who claim base Sonic scales to Solaris. To this day, I'm still not sure how I feel about that. I think it's not viable, really, but I know some people will argue otherwise.
I still find it hilarious that you say like giant fucking space robots surpass a fucking sun god.
Yeah. It's kind of.
I don't give a shit what the context is. It's still fucking retarded.
I mean, it's fiction. It's like it's with it. It's like take a look at DC. Take a look at Marvel. It's like I'm trying to think of an example. It's like
Infinity Ultron.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll use him It's like, yeah, this guy who's powered by the Infinity Stones, and he can like punch entire he can punch entire timelines out of existence. He is losing to a big green angry man from the comics. It's like that's basically just fiction in a nutshell. Makes no fucking sense. Which is why whenever people talk about the size argument in fights, usually they'll do this with Godzilla matchups, where they'll be like, oh yeah, Godzilla's just way too big, way too heavy. I just point at Hulk. I'm like, okay, so what's his excuse? Like, he's like 1% of Godzilla's size, and yet he's incredibly strong. It's like, what's his excuse? Motherfucker built different.
Comes from a single statement from promo material for Sonic Forces that says that Infinite is more powerful than any of Sonic's previous adversaries, which would include characters like Solaris and Time Eater. Now, this might seem pretty clear-cut at first glance, but quickly falls apart once you take a deeper look at it. My main problem with using this is actually due to Sonic Frontiers, as in a developer interview, it was directly stated that the Titans are as strong as, or relative to, previous Supersonic components in strength. So, if base Sonic is stronger than Supersonic last time we saw him, and therefore stronger than every previous Supersonic boss, why does he get completely no-diffed in base by the Titans that are directly stated to be relative to characters like Solaris and the Time Eater? And why can the
I mean, in fairness, that's actually a pretty decent point. I mean, to be fair, it's even worse, considering the Death Egg robot was more powerful than Infinite. That's actually a fair counterpoint. I can't believe I've never actually thought of that before.
Titans fight against Supersonic. Also,
yeah, like that actually, that makes so much sense, yeah. It's like, yeah, wow.
Which still begs the question for me, like, why does Infinite suck so much if he's this strong?
Well, yeah, Infinite's... It's because Forces has dogshit writing. It's like, I literally just cannot justify it in the slightest. I cannot... Genuinely, like, Infinite should have won. Like, Infinite should have fought Supersonic. That would have fixed quite a lot of issues with the story.
To previous Supersonic components in strength. So, if base Sonic is stronger than Supersonic last time we saw him, and therefore stronger than every previous Supersonic boss, why does he get completely no-diffed in base by the Titans that are directly stated to be relative to characters like Solaris and the Time Eater? And why can the Titans fight against current Supersonic? Also, Tails directly compares the power of the end to that—
No, don't do that. No! Alright, let's hear him out.
Let's just humor him.
Of Dark Gaia, which wouldn't make much sense if the end was at least a Supersonic amp's worth stronger than Dark Gaia. In cases like these where there's contradictory information, it's pretty much always best to use what's directly stated or shown.
Hang on, what did he say in the text box? Tails does say that it was easily on par with Dark Gaia, implying that it was a bit stronger, which checks out. But again, calling something on par with something implies relativity. See... Oh, God. Well, this is the thing. It's like, if someone is on par with something easily, it means that they are stronger than them. Or above them. Whether it's speed, intelligence, etc. If I am on par with Bankai when it comes to playing the Arkham games, for instance, that implies relativity. But if I'm easily on par with him, it would suggest I'm better, no? And vice versa, you know? He would be easily on par with me when it comes to playing Resident Evil, even though he's better than me at it. It's like, even when you look at this wording, it still makes no sense to me that people say that the End and Dark Gaia are, like, close in power.
worth stronger than Dark Gaia. In cases like these where there's contradictory information, it's pretty much always best to use what's directly stated or shown in the game, as well as the most recent information that has been presented, which in this case is a statement of the Titans being relative to previous supersonic opponents, and Tails' a statement of the end being comparable to Dark Gaia. Also, the fact that this is a statement purely just from promotional material makes its accuracy a little dubious, as it could easily just be a statement purely made to hype up the new big bad. So overall, I do not believe that Shadow in base scales to Solaris. Regardless, Shadow does scale to Solaris when he gathers the 7 Chaos Emeralds and transforms into Super Shadow, as, you know, he's able to damage and take hits from it. Solaris was stated to be a super dimensional being, which would at bare minimum make him 4th dimensional in nature, being 1 dimension higher than the standard 3 spatial dimensions. However, since it was eating all of space-time, and is lucky super dimensional to the whole Sonic game cosmology, we can actually add the dimension of time into the mix, making Solaris 5D, or low complex multiversal. However, within the Sonic cosmology, there are multiple realms that can be considered to be 5th dimensional in nature, like Imaginary World's infinite 4th dimensional space, and Eggman's maze that contains 4th dimensional structures, meaning that due to upscaling this 5D cosmology, Solaris would be 6D, or complex multiversal, with each dimensional tier being infinitely stronger than the previous. And while Shadow didn't fight Solaris alone, Solaris was leading the entirety of a potentially infinite multiverse, and Supersonic would later be able to solo characters relative to Solaris, landing the Super Hedgehogs pretty far into complex multiversal.
See, this is the thing. That right there is a point that I made. Like, which is why it's so baffling to me when people say, like, oh yeah, like, Solaris is still the #1 character in the verse. It's like, if you take a look at the director of Frontiers, it's like, it would excuse me, and like, what the director says, it would be pretty obvious that Supersonic has indeed surpassed Solaris, by the events of Frontiers, at least. It's like, I don't get...
on a side tangent here and just say, this fucker is using so many goddamn big words hurting my brain.
Yeah, I agree.
I just wanted to get that out there.
Fiction is just stupid, it's a hedgehog on roller skates. I know, it's fucking awesome. He's a black hedgehog that runs fast. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he has like laser beam powers and he can teleport. Like, Fiction's fucking great, you know?
Just insanely inconsistent.
I mean, let's look at Marvel Comics. It's like you have a 5'2" Canadian that says, "Hey, bub," and he has claws. Like, it's awesome. Fiction's amazing.
Big green guy who gets fucking stronger the more pissed off he gets.
Yeah. It's like, or you have a British man with a fucking screwdriver that goes in time and space in a bloody blue police box. Like, Fiction's awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, it's literally, like, Fiction's awesome. What's up? You ever heard of Zeta? Check my community post and talk to me later.
This AP cover, let's move on to the stat that the franchise is famous for, speed. In terms of speed, Shadow should once again scale to Sonic, whose speed I also previously covered, but TLDR, Sonic is consistently at the very least massively faster than Light Plus. His infinite speed arguments kinda suck, but he would at best in base have inaccessible speed due to being able to move in white space, a place where time doesn't exist. And of course, Shadow's speed is amped when his inhibitors are taken off. So that's where Shadow scales at base, but what about his super form? Well, Super Shadow actually has pretty good arguments for immeasurable speed, once again thanks to Solaris. How the Solaris fight works is that Supersonic, Shadow, and Silver all fight in the past, present, and future respectively, and the player can switch in between them during the boss fight. With this, we can see that Solaris' laser attacks actually persist across time itself, which makes sense.
I mean, I feel like you're overthinking it. It's like, you could just use the, Sonic Generations clips, where it's like, they basically say that, yeah, the Sonics can accelerate through time and fix space, which would be immeasurable. I don't know, like... I feel like that's like a more simple argument, to be honest, but...
Solaris exists across the past, present, and future all at the same time. Super Shadow being able to react to and dodge these beams, as well as being able to fight an omnipresent being, would put him at immeasurable speed, since he's able to dodge attacks that are unbound by linear time. With speed done, let's talk about his skills and abilities.
I feel like that would be immeasurable, more than inaccessible, but anyway. Nah, bro, it's 2026. Motherfuckers will still say that shit is cap. Lol. It is what it is.
Like, you're saying that Shadow is faster than what he's saying, or slower?
I don't know. One of the two. Might be something in chat that I haven't caught up to. Did they bring up Mewtwo making pocket dimension? We haven't got to the Mewtwo segment yet. The Mewtwo segment is coming up afterwards.
Firstly, Shadow is incredibly intelligent, being proficient in CQC, range combat, and even has an IQ of 200. That's right, Shadow the Hedgehog is canonically smarter than Albert Einstein. Anyway, in terms of abilities, in base, he has the ability to fly using his air shoes, and to use various techniques like the spin dash to temporarily amp his strength and speed. He also appears to have some kind of danger sense, and even has a...
Does he? Hang on. Something intense is about to happen, they say, whilst they basically just... They may as well be fucking T-posing. Like, look at that shit. Something intense. It's like the fucking Star Wars. It's a trap. Just. Who's there? I know someone's there. So show yourself. Don't touch it. Fucking moments before disaster. Oh god. I'm looking forward to playing 06 because literally every character looks like they're dead behind the eyes. I love it. Look at Tails.
I think if you want to make it a better video, force me to fucking play Sonic 06.
I feel danger all around me. That's amazing.
Danger sense, and even has a hammer space where you can store items like emeralds, rings, melee weapons, and guns. Shadow is able to use a variety of chaos techniques, with these attacks being amped when he has a chaos emerald in his possession. Of course, the most iconic one is his chaos control, which he can use to teleport, slow time, or even stop it completely. His go-to ranged attack is the Chaos Spear, launching several energy spears at his foes. And then there's his big finishing move, the Chaos Blast, which releases a large explosion of energy around him to decimate his surroundings. Moving on to his transformation, there's of course Super Shadow, the form he takes when absorbing the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. And as one of the most skilled and experienced users of the Chaos Emeralds, Shadow is one of the few characters able to use their chaotic and variable power to its fullest that we've seen. These gems at their absolute peak make the user much stronger and faster, grant free flight and vulnerability, can manipulate energy, grant wishes, heal the user, and can resist the transmutation of the metal virus and the item disabling effects like cyber corruption. However, the emeralds can be knocked out of a super form either from an extremely strong attack or a sneak attack. And while technically not a transformation, as previously discussed, Shadow can remove his inhibitor bracelets, giving him a massive boost in stats, but causing him to drain his stamina much quicker. Speaking of stamina, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the super form's time limit, and whether it even has one at all. There are a lot of conflicting arguments and evidence for both sides, which makes the answer kinda unclear. Sonic has been shown to be able to maintain the form for days, the emeralds have been described to have infinite power, and rings have been stated to be non-canonical and just a game mechanic. At the same time, the super form has had a time limit in pretty much every video game appearance. The emeralds having infinite power doesn't necessarily mean Sonic can handle all the energy for an infinite amount of time. The emeralds have been drained of all their power before, and rings as well as the time limit have been mentioned outside of gameplay and dialogue, supplemental material, as well as Sonic Prime, which is canon by the way. And I gotta say, the evidence for rings of the time limit not being canon, one statement on a podcast and one cutscene from one game that's over 20 years old, is a bit flimsier than the evidence that they are canon, which consists of much more recent statements and show.
I don't know. See, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm in the mindset that super forms don't last forever, but they should last for like a few days at least. Because I mean, Super Sonic was still, you know, he was still in his super transformation a few days after transforming.
I guess
so it's
you
like
also narrow it down to a time limit just being a gameplay mechanic doesn't make it canon.
Well, it's like, I agree that there's a time limit, but I think it's longer than people think. I think when people say, oh, you can only be Super Sonic for a minute, it's like, yeah, that's bullshit. But anyway.
Both inside and outside of gameplay. So overall, I am of the opinion that both the rings and the time limit are canon, but said time limit isn't nearly as short as certain people would have you believe. And Shadow isn't really at a risk of running out of his timer unless his power is drained much quicker than normal. Then, Shadow also has 2 forms tied to his
I mean, imagine if it was a minute. Like, the super forms in the movies would last longer. Like, that would be rough. Because, like, Shadow stayed as his super form for fucking ages in the film.
Morality, his hero form and dark form. These forms are definitely on a time limit, but can be stacked on top of his super form. They both give him invincibility and infinite ammo, while the hero form gives him an amplified chaos control and the dark form gives him an amplified chaos blast, though using these moves makes his timer drain quicker. And with his most recent game appearance, Shadow gains the ability to tap further into his Black Arm's DNA with his Doom Morphs, letting him shapeshift and spawn tendrils that he can use to surf
Shit, it's now a hedgehog with wings. Fiction goes mad.
on water and fly. It also used enhanced versions of the Chaos Spear and Chaos Blast. It's also implied that Shadow is physically stronger than his base with these powers, as he said that a fight with Sonic with his Doom powers wouldn't be equal, though he could also just be talking about the versatility that they give him.
Wait, what was that?
I said, look, Rouge's back is covered. It's woke.
Oh yeah, fucking. Do you remember? Yeah, Sonic X. Do you remember when people actually said that? Like Sonic X Shadow Generations is woke because they like covered Rouge's
That a
back.
fight with Sonic with his Doom powers wouldn't be equal.
I mean, what? Anyway.
Though he could also just be talking about the versatility that they give him. However, these powers come with a pretty huge downside, as it was stated that he'd probably explode if he took his inhibitors off with these active. And finally, in terms of resistances, he's resistant to certain elemental attacks, disease, toxins, and can even resist mind controls from characters that—
Yeah, there you go. Look at that shit. Well. Seems like you're immune to my mind control. That's gonna be pretty bad news for Mewtwo, because like mind control is kind of his whole gimmick.
as powerful as Black Doom through sheer willpower. So overall, base Shadow would scale to the low multiversal to multiversal tiers of AP with inaccessible speed, and his super form was—
That's one of the stupidest arguments I've ever heard. But it's true. It's like I remember Melanie, what's her face? Melanie, I have a really sad life. You know, that person. She basically was like, yeah, the game's woke because they covered up Rouge's back. Or the game's woke because, what was it? There was an argument against Amy in like the intro cutscene, where it's like Sonic has like a hand in her face in one version, and then in the other version he like takes a cupcake off of her or some shit. I don't even know. Like it's so dumb. Like it's like a blink and you miss it moment with Sonic and Amy. That's like different in the two versions, and she's like, oh, game's woke. Oh, Sonic can't accept a cup. Sonic accepts a cupcake from Amy, one of his friends in this version. Woo.
I will say, I think Sonic does look a bit more douchey in the remake, considering, you know, Amy's trying to give him a hug and he holds her back, but now she's offering him cupcakes, but he just ignores her like an asshole.
Well, it's like in the it's like he's an asshole in both versions, because it's like in the first version he literally puts a hand on her head, holding her at arm's reach. It's like, what an asshole. Whilst he has a conversation with Tails, like he's a fuck. Like,
it's not Sonic's fault. Amy doesn't respect personal space.
Like let's fucking pull up that clip right now. It's fucking funny, man. Joe from Seattle uploaded. Apparently PlayStation fanboys are on it again. That's gonna be fun.
You know, being a PlayStation fan at this point makes me feel genuinely embarrassed.
Where is it? It's like right here, isn't it?
It's kind of impossible to surprise you.
Yeah, like, okay. He's literally... Oh, it's not showing, is it? Okay.
No, not for me, it's not.
It's like...
There it is.
You totally got me this time.
What a fucking asshole.
Hey, it's not his fault that Amy doesn't respect his personal space.
He just puts a hand... Like, so rude. Just like... Like, Sonic's just an asshole in this version. What does he do in, What does he do in the remastered version? I can't remember.
Like I said, she offers him cupcakes, but he just ignores her like an asshole.
Hang on, let's take a look.
Impossible to surprise you.
You totally got me this time. I had no idea.
He just ignores her.
He's being a fucking dick to her.
He just ignores her while she's giving him cupcakes.
Here. Like I said, she's offering him a cupcake, and he's just ignoring her like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, what a knobhead. I love it.
What a fucking dick.
Well, it's like it's like yeah. That's amazing. He's...
Okay, let's Okay, let's agree that bald version Sonic is incredibly douchey.
Yeah, he's just an asshole. But anyway, putting his hand on her face versus completely ignoring her. I know, right?
It's multiversal with immeasurable.
Yeah, this was the video. Hang on. Sony fanboys defend insane PS5 DRM policy that deletes something or other. It's a 30-minute Joe from Seattle video. I'm gonna have fun with it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
keep that in mind for
So,
later.
how does that stack up against Mewtwo?
Before we get to that though, I just quickly want to thank all of y'all for 10,000 subscribers. Sadly, we just barely didn't hit the goal that we set in the last video. I also wanted to let you know that less than 2% of my viewers are subscribed, so if you like the
Holy shit, 2% are actually subscribed. That's probably the highest I've ever seen that statistic. 98% aren't subbed.
That's just crazy.
I don't think I've, like, usually it's like 10%, right? I've never seen it be 2%.
stuff I make, I encourage you to subscribe. It's completely free and it helps out a ton. Anyway, on with
I
the
got
video.
you, buddy. Dislike the video. No, I'm joking. Nah, I like it. I'm already subscribed, apparently. Yeah, it's crazy. He would literally jump to 500,000 subscribers overnight if everyone hit the subscribe button right now. It's crazy shit.
Mewtwo, the genetic Pokemon.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna go for a piss real quick before we look at Mewtwo's stats. I didn't mean to do that.
That's fine. That's fine.
I didn't mean to do that. Right, let's angle Puffer so he can keep the chat company.
They have chat. We will be right back.
He doesn't want to sit. Bless him. There we go. Be right back. You do. I'm back. Puffer be shuffling. Look at him. Hello. Damn it, you.
Alright, I'm back. I missed anything?
Back. Yeah, people were just asking what's your favorite, Ben 10 alien.
Who? Me?
Just in general.
No.
I feel like, yeah, for me, Diamond Head, Swamp Fire, Cannon Bolt.
I don't know. For me personally, it's Heat Blast and Big Kill.
Yeah, I like Big Chill as well.
is the main legendary Pokemon of the Kanto region, the area where Pokemon Red and Blue, the very first Pokemon games, take place. This Pokemon was genetically engineered and cloned from the DNA of the mythical Pokemon Mew to be the ultimate battling machine. Then, this small clone child got killed, Mewtwo got really sad about it, and decided to kill everyone. Then, this other child got turned to stone, everyone else got really sad about it, and Mewtwo learned that killing everyone is probably a bad thing. Due to its battle power being, quote, raised to the ultimate level, Mewtwo should pretty handily upscale most non-legendary Pokemon, especially those from the Kanto region like Dugtrio, who was able to casually create 60-mile earthquakes, requiring over 4 gigatons of—
The flying fuck. How are Diglett's island level? The fuck?
TNT, which is enough to destroy a large mountain. That's right.
How the hell are the—
This thing is 40 times stronger than the most powerful weapon in human history that we know about. Getting it—
This fucking power scaling, man. How the hell are those little dick and ball Pokemons like stronger than nukes? Like the shit? What? Why? Okay, we need to scale Pokemon. This is. I'm immediately sold. We need this. I want to scale Metagross. just the world's angriest fucking cube.
You know the sad thing is, I think Dugtrio would easily beat Metagross.
Oh, you fucking no. I refuse to believe Diglett is beating Metagross.
To Mewtwo's actual scaling now, base Mewtwo was able to fight on par with Deoxys in the manga. Though Mewtwo was a bit weaker than Deoxys, it was still able to fight and even impale Deoxys through the chest. Deoxys is a Pokemon that is—
He gave him the shadow treatment in that Death Battle episode. Pokemon goes hard. I would stream Pokemon, like genuinely, like I would do it. I wanna play Pokemon games again, man. Aside from anything else, it's just funny.
Do you really want to give Nintendo your money?
Fuck that shit, I'll emulate the games. Oh man. Diglett one-taps Homelander.
Oh my god.
Oh, we need to make that a YouTube short. We need to do it. Diglett versus Homelander isn't close. No. There's a random YouTuber, right? There's a YouTuber who picks, like, random characters to go against Homelander. We need to do Diglett as one of them.
Powerful enough to telekinetically control the Grand Meteor Delta to send a hurricane to Earth. If not stopped in time, the Grand Meteor Delta could have obliterated the Earth with almost 900 zetatons of TNT, which is planet level, obviously. And that's pretty much it for Mewtwo and base, but Mewtwo has 4 different forms to amp its stats: Shadow Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo X, Mega Mewtwo Y, and Mega Shadow Mewtwo X. Let's start with Shadow Mewtwo, since its scaling is the simplest. In this form, Mewtwo is able to create a pocket dimension with numerous stars in the sky, which are scaled to multi-solar system. His Mega forms are a bit more complicated. Virtually, its Mega forms should be relative to each other, with one specializing in physical strength and the other in psychic power. Mega Mewtwo's best feat comes from X being able to fight with 50% Zygarde, who was momentarily able to fight against one of the most powerful legendary Pokemon, Ultra Necrozma. Now, while Mewtwo was clearly weaker than Zygarde, and Zygarde was clearly weaker than Necrozma before going 100%, Ultra Necrozma is—
I'll be completely honest, I fucking hate Ultra Necrozma. If you've played Ultra Sun and Moon, you know why.
far, far stronger than base Necrozma.
That fucking thing is too strong for its own good.
So there's an argument to be made that Mega Mewtwo scales to Necrozma in base. This is notable because base Necrozma was able to devour all of the light in Ultra Space, a universe similar to the main Pokemon universe filled with Ultra Wormholes, which has been calculated to over a Yodafo, which is enough power to destroy a galaxy. The thing is though, this calc assumes that this universe is similar in size to ours in real life, but universes in the Pokemonverse like Ultra Space are suggested to be infinite in size, which is backed up by Ultra Space being stated to have countless Ultra Wormholes, meaning that Necrozma would actually be absorbing all the light in an infinitely sized universe, which would be an infinite amount of energy, getting base Necrozma and Mega Mewtwo, by extension, into the high universal level of AP and durability. Additionally, Ultra Necrozma has an extremely casual feat of lighting up the entirety of Ultra Space, which Mewtwo arguably scales to due to how casual the feat is, since it's just Ultra Necrozma passively leaking this light out of its body while just sitting around. Though I do want to emphasize that Mewtwo definitely does not scale to Ultra Necrozma's full power. As previously established, Ultra Space is infinite in size,
size, so lighting up the entirety of an infinite space is another high uni feat. I see some try to wake these feats to multiversal or higher, but that isn't really accurate, as Ultra Space doesn't actually contain the universes themselves, instead containing portals that transport you to said universes. So
I mean, regardless, it's like Mewtwo doesn't come anywhere close to like peak power Necrozma, so... Is Necrozma... How high is Necrozma in, like, the Pokemon, like, power? Like, how far does Necrozma get? I know he's not beating Arceus, but does he beat Dialga and Palkia?
Yes, he beats Dialga and Palkia.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've heard many people say that they are, like, number 2 and number 3 in terms of the strongest in Pokemon.
Yeah, no, freaking Mega Necrozma is far even faster than that.
Second only to Arceus?
Yeah.
Wow.
He truly is, yeah. Necrozma truly is second only to Arceus, which is fucking crazy.
That's insane.
But best, Mega Mewtwo was scaled to high universal. And then there's Mega Shadow Mewtwo X, which is presumably just stronger than Mega Mewtwo X, so it would just upscale Mega Mewtwo's galaxy to high UDNs. And that's where Mewtwo consistently caps in my opinion. But there is still an even higher end that comes with Pokemon anime. As previously established, Mewtwo downscales from Deoxys, who downscales from Mega Rayquaza. Then, in the movie Hoopa and the Clash of Ages, Hoopa and Shadow Hoopa summon a shit ton of legendaries to fight each other, which not only includes shiny Mega Rayquaza, but I shit you not, the fucking Creation Trio. And Mega Rayquaza is not only able to tackle Giratina into a building, but also creates a hurricane that tanks a combined blast from Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, and doesn't seem to be affected. What the fuck is Pokemon Unit about, bro? And surprisingly enough, this is even the only instance of Mewtwo being comparable or even stronger than the Creation Trio. Another way people try to get Mewtwo above the Creation Trio is through Rainbow Rocket, as Sirius uses Palkia or Dialga, and Giovanni, who ranks above him, uses Mewtwo. These lines of scaling rely on some pretty shaky assumptions though. For one, Deoxys scaling to Mega Rayquaza is pretty dubious, as even base Rayquaza was shown to be able to easily vaporize Deoxys' entire body, and Deoxys kinda gets slapped around by Mega Rayquaza. And as for the Rainbow Rocket thing, assuming that Giovanni's Pokemon is just straight up stronger than Saris's...
Pokemon does anything except being consistent, I know, right? Like, the fuck? I've literally never heard anyone say that Mewtwo is comparable to the Creation Trio. Like, this is the first time I've heard that. Yeah, I call bullshit there. Did he even say, he said Mega Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Why did he say that Mewtwo scales to him? Was it it's because he downscale. I mean, yeah, but it's like, downscaling by definition means you do not scale, you scale to a sort of level, but not really.
Just because he's the leader is an incredibly dubious assumption to make. And technically Mewtwo could beat the Creation Trio, even Arceus' as he's
Wait,
the
what
leader.
did you say? Mewtwo being stronger than the Creation Trio makes like 0 sense from a lore narrative perspective. I know, right? It's like, it makes no fucking sense.
Here is an incredibly dubious assumption to make. And
the same Mewtwo that lost to Mega Charizard. And I don't think anyone would agree that Mega Charizard is not fighting Mega Rayquaza.
In fairness, that's a completely separate Mewtwo, but, you know.
I mean, true, but like, he seems to be using it in this video.
Technically, Mewtwo could beat the Creation Trio, even Arceus' avatar.
Well, again, it's like earlier in the video, he said that Mewtwo isn't as powerful as Deoxys, and base Rayquaza bullied Deoxys. So it's like, even earlier in the video, it's like, yeah, no. No.
In game, though using that method to scale Pokemon is not very reliable. Without out of the way.
Alright, how the fuck did you beat a level 100 Arceus with a level 1 Rattata? How do you do that?
Pokemon is not very reliable. With that out of the way, let's move on to speed. Base Mewtwo 1.
Whenever someone says gameplay is canon, just show them this. Gameplay is canon. No. The only thing that would have made this funnier is if it was a Magikarp.
not very reliable. With that out of the way, let's move on to speed. Base Mewtwo once again scales to Deoxys in the Grand Meteor Delta, which is said to be able to reach the Earth from the edge of the galaxy in 10 days. When calculated, this means that the Grand Meteor Delta would be flying at over 900,000 times the speed of light, which both Deoxys and Mewtwo should scale to.
I will say, I do really like this video. Like, this video kind of reminds me of my own style of video, but it's like, I like his editing a lot more than mine. It's like, there's no bullshit, there's no time wasting, he just gets to the feeds. It's nice, I like it.
Moving on to its higher form,
Would you say it's better than Deathbattles video?
Well, yeah, because the problem with Deathbattles video was, it was one of their oldest videos. And it's like, it felt as though they spent ages introducing the character, and then they briefly went over the feeds. It's like, it felt like low effort. Compared to this, like, I like this style of video. This is nice.
Change to base Necrozma. Necrozma is relative to Solgaleo Lunala, who are able to fly at massively faster than light speeds when traversing ultraspace, with a particular instance of this being calculated to be over 1 billion times the speed of light.
At best though, Zygarde is able to react to Necrozma's attacks and beams of light, with these same beams being able to illuminate the infinitely sized ultraspace, therefore being infinite speed due to being able to cross an infinite distance in a finite amount of time. Mewtwo is able to react to Zygarde's attacks, so Mega Mewtwo would at best scale to infinite speed.
And with Mewtwo's stats covered, let's move on to the more interesting stuff in my opinion, its skills, hacks, and abilities. Being
I hate that camera angle.
a psychic type Pokemon, Mewtwo is incredibly smart. In fact, since it was
Gameplay is canon, no it's not, I have proof. I know, right? It just shows that like 2-second clip of a level 1 Rattata beating a level 100 Arceus. It's amazing.
Can I just say, I just want to say, Mewtwo looks so badass in that fucking armor of his.
He really does, yeah. You downplayed Arrowverse Superman? Arrowverse? Do you mean CW Superman? Do you mean him? How did I downplay him? Just curious, but anyway. Because technically there's 2 different versions.
considered to be the best Pokemon in the Kanto region, is likely relative to or even possibly smarter than Alakazam, who has an IQ of 5,000. The highest recorded IQ in history is only 276, by the way. Starting with its actual in-game abilities, Mewtwo has access to several abilities in base and its other form, but most of them aren't really too relevant in this fight, like Unnerve, an ability that prevents opponents from eating berries. Shadow is so fucking cooked. The only ability that I can really see significantly affecting this fight is Pressure from base Mewtwo, which causes opponents to expend twice the amount of energy that they normally do. Moving on to Mewtwo's moves now. While Pokemon can only learn 4 moves in
I mean, Pressure's more of a gameplay mechanic, but yeah.
Yeah, that's more
game, other material like the anime show Pokemon using more than 4 moves in fights, so this
I
is
hate
likely
seeing my
just a
boy
game
Lucario
mechanic.
getting
Mewtwo is able to use
disrespected like that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I really like Lucario.
game. Other material like the
I mean, then again, if any Pokemon was to bully him, it would be Mewtwo.
anime show
From a
Pokemon
type perspective, yes, but
Well, I wasn't even thinking type, but it's just in general, Mewtwo's more powerful. And he has the type advantage. You're not wrong.
using more than 4 moves in fights, so this is likely just a game mechanic. Mewtwo is able to use Telekinesis, Elemental Attack.
Yeah, come in. Fucking hell, he can learn a lot of moves, this lad. Is it Mew that can learn every move? There's a Pokemon that can learn literally every move. I swear it's Mew. Or is it Arceus? Arceus probably can as well. But like, I swear it's Mew. Guys, remember Mewtwo is a C- character in Smash Bros? I know, right?
it really sucks. You know, Mewtwo is actually not considered a good legendary and competitive anymore.
Yeah,
Because-
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, Mewtwo's been completely outclassed by every other legendary in Uber sphere.
That's insane.
That is.
Mew learns every TM, Smeagol learns every move. Gotcha.
attacks, as well as purple psychic key energy, like its signature move, Psy Strike. It can buff itself and debuff others, use guaranteed hit moves, manipulate weather, disable moves, create illusions, swap abilities, protect itself from status moves, and heal itself from injuries as severe as being stabbed through the chest. Getting into its more interesting potent moves now, with Protect, Mewtwo can create a barrier that protects itself from most attacks. With Power Swap, Mewtwo can swap the changes made to its own.
What the fuck am I looking at here? What is this? This has to be Scarlet and Violet, right? Like, what am I looking at?
You're looking at an embarrassment. That's what you're looking at.
I think that's a Pokemon Center. It could be something completely different.
AP with the opponents, but this doesn't affect the base.
How does Pokemon Brick Bronze look better than this?
Great. Mewtwo can do the same thing with defense with Guard Swap, and with Mist, it can completely erase every.
We need to do we need to do Pokemon Brick Bronze. We need to do it as a group.
Yeah.
A fucking Roblox Pokemon game that's actually really fucking awesome. Annoyingly, I can't play as a giant pufferfish in that game. But my head is still a pufferfish with a headset, so you know.
Yeah, but you have to. Yeah, that means we have to enter the predator hunting ground.
We are hunting the predators. We are Chris Hansen. Hey, Jess is in chat.
Hey, Jess.
Whenever I play Sonic Speed Simulator, it's so funny because everyone just like loses their mind over a giant pufferfish. I love it.
One stat changes. With the move Trick Room, it can create an area where the turn order is flipped, essentially making slower characters faster and faster characters slower. And with Magic Room, Mewtwo creates an area that disables most held items, and can use Sleight of Hand to steal.
I swear that move was called Trick Room, not Magic Room.
These items with the move Trick. Speaking of held items, Mewtwo has access to a variety of those as well. Of course, there's the 2 Mega Stones that allow him to Mega Evolve, which it can freely switch between on the fly, and the Shadow Synergy Stone that allows it to go Shadow Mewtwo, which can be used in tandem with the X Mega Stone to transform into Mega Shadow Mewtwo X. And then there's its favorite item, Big Spoon. Outside of the mainline games, Mewtwo has been shown to be able to fly, use telepathy, read minds, control minds, wipe minds, teleport, create portals, create force fields, attack enemies, turn people to stone, and even summon Pokeballs of its own. And as Shadow Mewtwo, it gains the ability to stop time. Additionally, due to being a Psychic type, Mewtwo is both strong against and weak against several Pokemon types. Speaking of weaknesses,
if Mewtwo can make you unable to eat, wouldn't that mean Bro could just make Shadow starve and win that way? I mean, I feel like that would be more effective against Sonic, because like Sonic would actually hate the fact that he couldn't eat chili dogs. Shadow doesn't really need to eat. I feel like that would be more effective against Sonic, personally.
Have we ever seen Shadow, like, eat, like, at all?
I don't think he needs to. He just kind of chills. I don't think he really needs to. It's like, even in Sonic Generations, like, birthday party, I don't think he eats. He just kind of just sits there.
He just stands there.
Menacingly, yeah.
Shadow Mewtwo's moves drain its health when used, aside from healing moves, though this isn't an issue when it stacks Mega Mewtwo X on top of this form. And while it can freely swap between its 2 Mega forms, it still has to swap between them, having to choose to focus in either Psychic Power or Raw Strength. And we've only ever seen Shadow Mewtwo go Mega
I love these. I love this game. No idea what it is. I don't recognize this game at all, but I like what I see.
It's
never why.
It's what?
It's Pokken Tournament.
Pokken Tournament, okay.
Overall, Mewtwo bases around planet level with naturally faster than light speed, and its peak of power would scale to high universal with infinite speed.
Oh my god, I'm glowing! Why am I glowing?
They called back the death battle. Holy hell, I'm glowing. I'm gonna go get my cup of tea real quick. But yeah, I'm back. I swear down, I need to put some respect on Metagross. My man needs... My man needs some respect.
Doug Trio loses. Doug Trio beats freaking Metagross in terms
That's
of
bullshit. I refuse to believe that Doug Trio beats Metagross. Like, that's actually horseshit.
Like, you said, like, 3 freaking Digletts, like, a few Digletts cause a fucking giant-ass fucking earthquake. What the hell is Metagross gonna do to stop that?
You're gonna fucking... What do you mean what he's gonna do? I swear down, he's gonna look at them and they're gonna run. Like, look at that man. You do not... You look at him.
Or just, you know, stare at him smiling.
Like, James right now is shitting himself. Like, what are you gonna do?
Again, I'm not thinking.
I know. Look, you'll have to look on the stream. I'll just quickly... I'll quickly swap it over, fuck it. It's like, look at that shit. It's like, what is... What is...
And again,
I literally am streaming.
At him when he loses.
Now, look at him. He's fucking taller than I thought. My man's massive.
You prefer default Metagross or shiny Metagross?
I don't know. They both look really good, though.
I have a feeling we've seen more shiny Metagross than we have, like, normal Metagross.
Yeah. Fucking legend. Oh,
Again, just throw a ground type at him and we're okay.
No. He's part psychic. He'll be fine.
Now that we've scaled these two characters who...
I mean, based off the power level that they gave Mewtwo, I think it's pretty clear Shadow would win, right? Because they said that Shadow's more powerful and he's faster. But we'll see what they say.
Wins. First, let's look at the physical stats, which should be pretty obvious if you've been paying attention. Even when being generous, Mewtwo at best downscales a high universal feat, while Shadow in base consistently upscales several low multiversal feats. And if you want to wank Mewtwo with the Creation Trio scaling, which will get its AP to Universal Plus, maybe Multiversal, Super Shadow is still infinitely stronger than that, twice. And in terms of speed, even granting Mewtwo infinite speed, base Shadow is inaccessible and Super Shadow...
Gardevoir is the better Gen 3 Psychic type. Mate, I fucking... do not disrespect Metagross like that.
I feel so...
Shadow...
Funny you brought up Gardevoir, dude, I gotta say, I feel so sorry for that freaking Pokemon.
Yeah, Vaporeon's like actually a badass, and yet she will be forever ruined by DeviantArt accounts. That and Vaporeon and... Lopunny, I think? Awful specific choices. Just... Why do people sexualize Pokemon? I don't know. Metagross was right there. No, I'm joking.
Easily takes physical stats. Next, let's look at their intelligence, which is a massive stomp in the other direction. While Shadow is...
quick peek into your psyche there, Rift.
Also, not gonna lie, I saw a video from the Smith Plays recently. Yeah, do you guys remember he existed? Where he said that pseudo-legendaries suck. I'm like, mate, how the fuck do they suck? Like,
yeah, they're some of the best Pokemon out there.
Yeah, like Metagross is goated. Zeta tried debunking your Sonic video. Whoa, cool. Couldn't give a fuck. Check the community post. That will give you all the information you need, good sir.
The genius by our RL standards, having an IQ of 200, Mewtwo being engineered to be the premier Psychic-type Pokemon of Kanto will likely make it at least relative to Alakazam's IQ of 5,000, which doesn't necessarily translate one-to-one to battle IQ, but this massive gap would still likely mean that Mewtwo is...
Yeah, exactly, Starch Lad. Zeta's debunking your video. Oh no! Anyway, last week...
advantage in
accurate.
Mewtwo takes IQ. Now we come to the most interesting part of the matchup, Mewtwo's hacks and whether they would work on Shadow. Let's start with something that people say is a win con for Mewtwo, but actually wouldn't do shit, the moves Power Swap and Guard Swap. For some reason, a lot of people misinterpret these moves to swap the base stats of the user and opponent, which just isn't true. What these moves actually do is swap the temporary stat changes of Pokemon around.
Hang on, these two have exactly the same team, I've just noticed. Also, shout out to this guy for actually playing Pokemon.
Yep.
Zeta says you're dumb what? You dumb cock, I think? You dumb cook, I'm guessing? You dumb fuck? I don't know. Just say it, dude, like, you're not gonna offend me.
So no, Mewtwo using Power Swap wouldn't make Mewtwo as strong as Super Shadow, and Super Shadow as weak as Mewtwo. And it wouldn't even give Mewtwo the Super Form amp either, since Power Swap doesn't work and buffs the base stats gained from form changes. And the list of hacks that wouldn't do much to Shadow doesn't stop there. Mewtwo could
Again, I love the animation of that.
Possibly turn him into Stone, which might work on him in base, but the Chaos Emerald were able to provide Mewtwo.
Do you know, one thing that'll always piss me off about the Shadow the Hedgehog game I hate the fact that the final boss looks worse than Metal Overlord. I hate that.
You think Metal Overlord was more like cinematic?
It was epic, yeah. Like, you're flying through the skies with what I'm made of's blasting. You have, like, the team blasts, which are really good. Yeah, like, Metal Overlord to this day is still one of the best final bosses. Maybe top 5? It's really good. Fucking hate getting to it, because you have to beat all of Sonic Heroes, but, you know. It's the same.
Gather the Chaos Emerald.
It's the same thing with Solaris. It's like the final boss is actually awesome, but I just hate the game that it's in, you know? It's like...
Yeah.
And that game I'm going to be playing in a few weeks. Fuck my blonde-ass life.
To reverse the Metal Virus transmutation of organic...
me to playing it because of how much I fucking hate it.
Just POV, Sonic 06 is 20 years old and you decide to celebrate its birthday. Well, fuck. Just... Oh, God. Team Blasts are cheesy. They're awesome. I love the Team Blast. Hot take, Sonic X Amy is canon. Oh wow, let's ship underaged animals. Amazing. Can we just all agree that Puffer is universally cute? Of course he is. Look at him.
Are they still underage to this fucking day? Like, how many years has Sonic existed now?
Many. 35, I think.
And yet he still isn't grown up yet? What the fuck?
No,
This is fucking Ash Ketchum all over again.
Yeah, he's like Bart Simpson, just forever 10 years old.
Fucking... Or Stewie Griffin, forever 1 year old.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, this is the 35th anniversary of Sonic, the 20th anniversary of Sonic 06, and the 20-something anniversary of me being on this godforsaken planet. Lot of anniversaries this year.
Provide immunity to and completely reverse the Metal Virus transmutation of organic material into metal. Mewtwo can manipulate minds, but Shadow can resist mind control through sheer willpower. Shadow Mewtwo can stop time, but Shadow can overpower stop time and has much better temporal manipulation with Chaos Control.
I just love the idea of I love the idea of resisting something through sheer willpower. Like, it's such a disrespectful move. It's like, I'm gonna mind control you. No, fuck you. Just. My willpower is way better than yours. I will just resist your attack by resisting it.
And speaking of abilities they share, they can both fly, teleport, and fire various energy projectiles. However,
we are Sonic fans, we can't agree on Sonic's arm color. Chat, are Sonic's arms blue or pale? Like blue fur or pale skin? What are we saying for Sonic's arms? What are we saying? I fucking hate Sonic fans. They argue over anything, but you know what? Why not? What do you think?
Okay.
Fur or skin? Fur or skin?
I guess if you had a gun pointed at my head, probably fucking blue arm. I guess.
Blue skin, blue fur. Oh
blue
man.
fur, I guess. Because I always thought the fucking pale skin looked fucking off-putting.
I would say, I'd say as well, I do prefer, like, the more I look at movie Sonic, the more I kind of feel like he's a bit out of place. So I guess I'd say skin, maybe, but maybe that's just the art style of the games being so good. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess the reason why I say blue arms is because with movie Sonic, I think he has a much more unique appearance compared to most other versions.
Because it's like Sonic
yeah.
Boom Sonic, he has blue arms as well, and he looks quite good. So maybe it's just the art style of the films that's kind of... Huh?
We don't talk about Sonic Boom in this house.
Sonic Boom, fucking hell. Movie Sonic is just a loser. Steady on. Fuck's that all about? The Sonic fandom is worse than the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. I do not get why Five Nights at Freddy's has a fandom. I do not understand. But anyway.
There's still quite a few of Mewtwo's hacks that would affect Shadow if they connected. For example, how Mewtwo got the dub in the original Death Battle, his memory manipulation, which Shadow doesn't really have a counter for aside from maybe his resistance to mind manipulation, though these two aren't necessarily the same thing. Mewtwo's pressure can cause Shadow to expend twice as much energy as usual, causing Shadow's various time limits to drain even faster, but this is only in Mewtwo's base form. Mewtwo could also use Disable to disable one of Shadow's techniques, like the Chaos Spear or Chaos Blast, while Trick Room
Again, that's more in line with game mechanics. I don't think it'd actually work. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. There's always the fine line between like gameplay over canon. Like I still have no idea how to answer that.
Yeah.
bypassed in-game with a high enough speed stat. This is just a bug due to how speed stat calculated in-game, and not really applicable in a versus setting. However, having a local speed beyond linear time might make Shadow straight up unaffected by Trick Room in its super form. Also, Trick Room has negative priority, meaning it would come out even slower than Mewtwo's usual moves. So Trick Room work on him is a definite maybe, which would potentially let Mewtwo tag or even blitz Shadow. Let's talk about the other room, Magic Room, as well as Mewtwo's other item affecting move, Trick. These would disable or remove Shadow's weapons, which, let's be honest, he doesn't really need, but let's take a look at his most important items, his Chaos Emeralds and Inhibitor Rings. Firstly, these moves definitely wouldn't work on Super Shadow. Magic Room and Trick specifically are unable to affect form-changing items like Mega Stones, the Colored Orbs, as well as extremely powerful gems like Z Crystals, and something like the Chaos Emeralds would definitely fall into these criteria. Additionally, the Emeralds have been shown to be unaffected by the item nullifying effects of the Cyber Corruption, and also don't need to be physically touching someone for them to stay in the Super State. However, I can't say the same about his Inhibitor Rings. And while this probably wouldn't kill him in his super form due to his invincibility, and would probably just make his timer drain quicker due to expending more energy, Base Shadow would likely explode and die if Mewtwo manages to land his domain expansion or physically steal his inhibitors while he's utilizing his Doom powers. But that's the thing. Sure, Mewtwo has some
that's the thing.
attacks that might seriously harm or straight up one-shot Shadow, but Shadow is so much faster that Mewtwo wouldn't be able to tag him without Trick Room, a sure hit attack that wouldn't really hurt him that much, or just a lucky shot. Most of Mewtwo's moves rely on either physical or telekinetic contact, which just wouldn't happen with Shadow's superior speed, teleportation, and danger sense. Meanwhile, due to the massive gap in AP, Shadow could just one-shot Mewtwo with pretty much any of his attacks, and therefore doesn't really—
Hot take, the MCU Spider-Man films are actually good. I wouldn't agree, no.
If you like him, like great, more power to you.
Yeah, like, more power to you. I know that some people really hate Tobey Maguire's films in retrospect. Like, I know that some people say that Tobey Maguire, like, people only like him for nostalgia or what have you, but it's like, I just really love those films. Like, I feel like they'll always be my 3 favorite Spider-Man films. Even Spider-Man 3, for all of its faults, I just can't bring myself to hate that film at all.
I,
like,
for one, am not the biggest fan of Spider-Man 3.
I understand that. Like, I kind of look at Spider-Man 3 and I'm like, okay, it has good moments, and then the bad moments are like so shit it's good. Like having fucking, like, Peter Parker just, like, hip thrust dance outside of a club with jazz music. It's so stupid, but it's funny. Kind of like in the 90s kind of like in the 90s show how he screams his lungs out when chasing down Shocker. Like, it's so bad it's good. Like, it's terrible voice acting, but it's iconic. You know? It's like,
I wouldn't call Christopher Daniel Barnes like a bad voice actor.
no, I think he's a good voice actor. I just think that specific moment, it's like way too much. Like, way over the top.
Like, okay, you need to bring it back a bit, Chris.
It's like fucking Peter's losing his mind over Shocker of all people. It's like fucking random. Like, if it was Green Goblin, it'd make more sense. But it's like, who the hell cares about Shocker? Like, my man was like a silent. My man was like, yeah, Peter was like Michael Myers when it came to killing Rhino, or like almost killing Rhino. Like, he was like a silent, like, evil fucker. And then when it comes to Shocker, he's just screaming. Like, the hell is that all about?
My headcanon for that is he cut him off in traffic.
I know, right?
That's why he's so pissed at
to worry about his time limits, even with pressure. And while Trick Room and Magic Room affect the area around Mewtwo, it still takes time for them to fully form and take effect, and Shadow could easily use Chaos Control to warp out, or just run and fly out of it due to his sheer speed. Adding on top of that Shadow Dangerous Sense, and Mewtwo likely isn't landing any finishing blows on the Hedgehog. It's certainly possible that Mewtwo could knock Shadow out.
Not gonna lie, I did not know at all that Shadow actually has, like, danger sense. That's actually quite cool. Genuinely. Sweet. Now a big hot take. The first Insomniac Spider-Man game is the best one. For me, I agree.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I agree. I think Spider-Man Remastered is the best one. Like, I don't dislike the Miles Morales game. Like, it's good. Spider-Man 2... I like, it's alright. It just has a replay issue for me. It's like, I prefer the first Spider-Man game.
I think for me, it's the first Spider-Man game, then Spider-Man 2, and then Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's fair.
The super form with a sneak attack, disable or steal his inhibitors and make him explode, or get it within a Trick Room to gain a speed advantage. But even with Mewtwo's superior intelligence, the gap in stats is just too high for me to say that Mewtwo could reliably pull any of that off more times than not, while Shadow could easily eviscerate Mewtwo before it has time to do anything. So while Mewtwo is much smarter, has a wider variety of hacks, including those that can end the fight instantly, Shadow's superior strength, speed, and resistance to most of Mewtwo's hacks makes Shadow the Hedgehog the winner of today's matchup, with medium difficulty. But what do y'all think? Is there anything that I missed from either side that would chase the...
Honestly, that's fair. I don't disagree with that. It's definitely interesting.
But the thing of this footage of Pokemon tournament makes me want to play it again.
Yeah.
But be aware, if you ever play it for yourself, it is fucking ruthless, especially on the later stages.
Yeah, I've heard rough thing. I've heard that the Pokemon Colosseum games are also really hard.
Yep. That's what I've heard too.
Plot twist, Shadow is a dark type. Wow, because he's black, you racist.
Because he's
shame on you.
Himself. How dare you assume fucking because of his skin color.
It's his fur color, actually. He could be white under there. Exactly. You have no counter to that point. Shadow has been doing black fur for 25 years. I can't say black face, because that would imply skin. So he is black fur. Anyway.
Isn't Amy more the racist because she always confused other hedgehogs with Sonic? Like, what, do all hedgehogs look alike to you, Amy?
You know, like that one meme where the guy is like, I don't see color, or I don't see race, or something like that. That's literally the Sonic series in a nutshell. It's like, I don't see color, boy. It's like, that's the whole Sonic series in a nutshell. Just no one can see color.
Apparently not.
What gave it away that Shadow's black? I don't know, the fact that if you turn all the lights off, you can't see him? Like, what do you want me to say about that? Like, I'm not colorblind.
I mean, you could probably spot the white tuft of fur on his chest in the dark.
Well, no, but never mind. It's like you can see the white parts, but you can't see the other parts.
Oh, I see there.
Man. That was fun, though.
Yep. Are you gonna watch another video here?
Yeah, we could do. Or we could do like a tier list of something. Hot take, Spider-Man Lotus was shit. Sorry, we're gonna need a freezer for that take. Like, that's not a hot take in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic is light skin. Yeah, he literally is light skin. He's got pale ass arms.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh. I feel like we need to take a look more at stuff like that. That was fun. Oh, I've got a song that we can listen to if you want.
Sure, why not?
It's I Am All of Me if it was a Titan theme from Frontiers. It's basically like a remix of I Am All of Me. Do you want to have a listen?
Oh. Yeah, let's check it out.
I really like this, personally. It's got a very different vibe.
I'm kind of on the fence on it because it is AI, but I'm willing to let it.
I don't know. I quite like it. I know it's like AI, which, you know, is a little, you know, but...
It does make me wish that the people who did like all the songs like Undefeatable and stuff and did a cover of freaking I Am All of Me. Like, I think that'd be so sick.
It's actually kind of crazy how, like, other people have also done this. Like, I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like I Am All of Me would have been a really good Titan theme music.
Like, keep in mind, it wouldn't make sense if it was Sonic.
Wait. Oh my god. Okay, well, this one's got, like... This one's got a completely different vibe to it. But, anyway. We don't have to listen to it if you want. Someone had a question. I'm trying to remember what the question was. Who's your favorite Sonic character and you can't say Sonic? Probably Eggman. Like... Either Eggman or Shadow.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, Eggman. It's Eggman or Shadow.
Eggman versus Shadow. Oh boy. That would be funny. Hot take, AI is not that bad. It can be used for things like information or making a chart. Well, here's the thing, isn't it? It's like, it's some uses of it aren't bad, but, you know, people use it for all kinds of shit, which is the problem. We can't have nice things in life, literally. Alright, should we take a look at the Joe from Seattle video?
Yep.
Just for shits and giggles.
The one that's like an hour ago.
How many of you actually know what DRM stands for? What, digital rights management? No, it stands for Dookie Rectum Merc, or Diarrhea Rabbits. I didn't have a second one. What the fuck is this? Expedia crossing over with iShow Speed? Why is this an ad that I'm getting? Because when I think of convenient travel, I think of...
Hey, look, it's Shadow the Hedgehog.
Show Speed. Alright, so the other day, Sony got themselves into some trouble because they apparently silently rolled out a new 30-day online DRM check-in for PlayStation digital games.
Wait, what is this? Sony rolls out 30-day online DRM check-in for PlayStation digital games. Players could temporarily lose access if they don't keep their consoles online. The fuck?
Joe, I don't know what that means. Don't worry, Grok, explain like a pirate. Arr, matey, that's be Sony quietly slipping into the...
I love the fact that you could actually do that. That's amazing. At Grok, explain like a pirate. One of the better uses of AI.
Online DRM checks on new PS4 and 5 games. Your console must connect to the internet to verify the game ain't stolen treasure. No web, no playing, even single player. Got some scurvy dogs confused, it did. Shiver me timbers. Which this is
also, before anyone calls me racist, I'll have you know I treat everyone with equal contempt. I hate them all.
Intended use for AI, by the way. I want an AI to be able to
How to beat
instantly
the system.
Translate news into pirate speak. That is the only way I want AI implemented.
Yeah, literally, this is like one of the only things I want AI. Like,
Yep.
Just random funny shit like this.
Anywhere in my life. But anyways, little TLDR here. I want to get through the news quickly so I can set the scene here, and then we can make fun of PlayStation fanboys who...
Imagine if you could do that for YouTube comments. Imagine if, right, hear me out for this. For YouTube comments, you could add, like, an AI character, and, like, when you click on the comment, it reads it out to someone in that voice. How cool would that be? Because it's like, you know when people quote, like, characters, right? Like Tobey Maguire, when they say, like, oh, I missed the part where it's my problem. Imagine if you actually hear Toby say that. Like, read out the comment like that. That'd be cool. You can't be racist if you hate every race, I know, right?
Somehow thought this was a perfectly okay thing to be happening, even though the news, as described, is like the exact same thing that Xbox arguably killed their whole brand over in 2013.
Fucking hell, you're gonna take a shot. He just watched him waddle around.
That. But it all started when there was an apparent change to the DRM policies on digital games for PlayStation Store, basically saying that after April 2026, games that are purchased after April 2026 will have 30-day online DRM check-ins, meaning that if you don't connect the console to the internet every 30 days, then games that are bought after April will just become unplayable. And this was actually tested. Like, this was 100% a real thing that was happening. This wasn't just a story, this was tested. If you buy a game in April 2026 or later, the game will no longer work if it doesn't connect to the internet at least once every 30 days. Now, what's interesting...
What the fuck? That sounds so bad. That is such a bad idea. Genuinely. Why would... Okay, so if you go on holiday for 30 days, you just can no longer use your PlayStation. I guess. If you buy, like, a new game. Wow. So you buy a game in May, you go on a month's holiday, you can no longer play that game ever again? Are you kidding me?
This development happened last night. This is why I'm actually kind of glad that I held off on making the video yesterday.
What the fuck? I know you don't own your digital games, but this is taking the piss a bit.
Because there's a stupid development going on right now, essentially suggesting that the 30-day timer is only in place because there is a different 14-day timer. So there's a 30-day timer going on digital purchases, but then once the 14-day refund window closes, the temporary license is revoked and replaced by a permanent one, meaning there's a stupid countdown going on. And in order to make the stupid countdown better, Sony added another stupid countdown. And Sony has been hilariously silent through all of this. To quote somebody on Reddit, what is truly infuriating is the absolute lack of response from Sony. Would it kill them to just say, hey, so we changed a few things due to our 14-day refund window, but something went wrong as this shouldn't be seen by users. The 30-day license only accounts for the refund period, and afterwards you get your unlimited license. Sorry for the confusion. That's all this would take. It doesn't make the situation better, granted. Like, mind you, this is not me defending the situation, but it would be so easy for Sony to put out some of the flames right now. But they're just refusing to say anything to anyone about literally anything that's going on. And because they are refusing...
Only new digital games you bought after this April, not games you bought before this. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if you buy a game after April, so like in May, and then you go on like a month's holiday, like from May to June, it's like, that game is literally unplayable. No?
To say anything. The story that went viral was that digital games on PlayStation 4 and 5 now have a 30-day countdown attached to them, and if you don't connect your console to the internet in that 30-day countdown, your games get taken away from you.
I feel like the only reason they're doing this is just so they can increase the amount of monthly PSN users. I feel like that's just so that shareholders, like, it looks good for shareholders. I feel like that's genuinely the only reason they're doing this. Because genuinely, what reason do people have? Like Valve, for instance, with Steam. Hang on, I'll put the music back on. I forgot that I turned it off. Like, for example, Valve on PC. It's like, what incentive do they have for, like, yeah, you don't play your games for a month? Fuck you. It's like... But Sony does have the incentive, because they still force you to pay to play your games online. So it's like... Forcing you to be online will force the number of monthly active users who use PSN to go up. Basically what I'm saying is they're taking advantage of you.
That's the story that went viral. The story is developing, and I'll give it another 12 to 14 hours before I give my full expanded thoughts on that part of the story, because if that truly is where the story ends, like if Sony really did quietly update their policies and allow themselves the ability to take games away from you if you're not online enough, if that really is what's going on here, then that deserves a video in itself.
Hey, do you remember when Nintendo threatened to take away your access of the Nintendo Switch 2 if you sneezed the wrong way? Sony looked at that and were like, man, we can one-up them. Wonderful.
Hold my beer, Frank.
Huh?
They're just like, hold my beer, watch this. And then they fucking did this.
It's insane.
Being a PlayStation fan for me is just made me genuinely embarrassed because this is fucking.
I love the fact that this is like actually how, like, why, like genuinely why. So first of all, first off, it was you don't buy and own your console, and now it's if you don't buy and play new games, you just don't have those games anymore. I really hope they offer refunds if that's the case, because if not, then that would be a special kind of fucked.
If you catch what I'm saying right now. But this video is a little more lighthearted, because this video is about PlayStation fanboys. And because PlayStation fanboys saw...
Yes! I'm gonna be completely honest. PlayStation fanboys are better than any other fanboy. Sonic, Goku, Godzilla, doesn't matter. PlayStation fanboys they are the double S tier. I fucking love them.
This news going viral.
Like, whenever someone says who is worse, Nintendo or PlayStation fanboys, for me, fucking PlayStation have the gold medal. They are just...
For me, I think it's Nintendo, personally.
Nintendo are right there, but, like, man, Sony ponies are just... They are a special breed.
Action to defend this news. So let me make clear.
Rift, I mean no offense when I say this, but you look like Peter Parker if he was British. Why would I take offense to that? You're basically saying I have no job, no money, no girlfriend, and I can shoot sticky stuff out of my wrists. Like, that's actually a pretty good compliment.
Whether or not this news ends up being 100% true.
He also wears red and blue spandex when he's not streaming.
Yeah, my default color scheme is red and blue. Like, look. Fucking... There we go. Red and blue. I like how calling someone Peter Parker is an insult until we get to the Spider-Man side of things.
It's not the point of the video. The point of the video is that PlayStation fanboys took this news and were trying to twist this news into a good thing. It is a good
Yes, of course
thing
they were. Yes.
that Sony can just take your games away if you don't get online enough. Remember, these are the same people that...
At this point, I just want, like, Sony to do something really fucking horrible. And for them to try defend it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not enough that Sony has to buy a company and shut them down instantly and have fanboys defend it. No. We need, like, Sony to do a Ubisoft where they steal employees' breast milk. And, like, have fucking fanboys defend that. We just...
Wait, was that Ubisoft? I thought that was Activision Blizzard.
It might have been Blizzard, yeah. I don't know what Ubisoft did. What didn't Ubisoft do? Yeah, it was Blizzard, now that I think about it. Ubisoft did something else that was, like, screwed, but...
helped bury Xbox, and rightfully so, when they tried this exact thing in 2013. The Xbox One stumbled out of the door because of policies almost identical to this. But now that headlines start going around that Sony's doing the exact same thing, well, guys, it's different now. It's different when Sony does it. Again, this video is not about whether or not it is completely 100% true or the story begins and ends with the 30-day DRM timer. That's not what this video is about. This video is about the fact that if that news is true, the PlayStation fanboys are already defending it. Carrie Howard says, who the fuck cares if you can't afford internet? You shouldn't be gaming. Gamers are so...
Love that. If you can't afford internet, you shouldn't be gaming. Well, counterpoint, you don't need to pay to play your games online on the phone and the PC. But, you know.
Fucking stupid, and we'll make an issue about anything. All you have to do is push the option button /start button on the DualSense and go to restore license, which, you know, you can only do if you have internet. I do love this argument.
That's such a good point. Yeah, you can only redeem your license if you have access to the internet. That's amazing. Completely glossed over that. It's like, oh, why are people complaining? All you have to do is have internet and it fixes the problem of having no internet. It's like, gee, well done, Captain Obvious.
Well, like, why are you so upset if you want to play without internet? All you have to do is have internet. Like, what do you mean you're upset that you don't have a game if you don't have internet? Ugh, you're so fucking stupid. Just have internet, idiot. I also love how you can totally tell that these people don't actually go outside or have any life outside of, like, the block they live on.
Outside of Twitter,
it's completely unfathomable for you to picture an idea where your PlayStation doesn't connect to the internet for 30 days. Like, I can come up with several scenarios that would involve me not connecting my PlayStation to the internet for 30 days. Like, what if I am just not interested in playing my PlayStation for a few weeks, and then
well, that's the thing as well. It's like, imagine if you're, like, predominantly a PC or a Nintendo gamer, and it's like you just have the PlayStation for, like, 1 or 2 games, and you don't play those games for, like, 2 months. It's like, what then? It's like, well, you're screwed. It's like, what if you go on holiday? What if you go traveling? What if you're ill? You know, worst case scenario. What if you're in a coma? You know, it's like, there's a lot of scenarios. What if you have, like, what if a natural disaster occurs and there's, like, a power cut? It's like, there's quite a lot of very, you know, damning scenarios that could indeed happen.
the time where I am then interested to play my PlayStation, my internet's down. There's one scenario. What if I move house and my internet's not set up at the new house? There's another scenario. What if the Wi-Fi chip in my console just fucking dies? There's a scenario. That's actually something that happened to me. Not on the PlayStation, but on the Xbox. I told this story of a few years ago, but my Xbox One just stopped connecting to the Wi-Fi. Like something about the Wi-Fi chip or the Wi-Fi adapter in the console just stopped working. I had to use a wired connection.
What if the console breaks? I know, right?
Where wired connection is not an option, well, go fuck yourself. You can't play your games anymore on the PlayStation. Like, I love how this is your response. Like, gamers are so fucking stupid. How could you not have internet? It's like, it's not even that hard to picture a scenario where you wouldn't have internet for 30 days. Or not even that you don't have internet, but that your console doesn't have a Wi-Fi connection for 30 days. It is very easy to come up with those scenarios, but gamers are stupid because those scenarios exist. Okay, Carrie, I really appreciate it. You're not even the best Carrie. You're not even close to being the best Carrie. The best Carrie is Carrie King. This Carrie, who could beat the shit out of you, Carrie. Next comment. D's Game says, say it with me, people. Steam games have DRM too. I used to have a running joke on the channel about how PlayStation fanboys are literally incapable of defending Sony without bringing up a different games publisher.
Literally true. I couldn't tell you I mean, we saw in my video today, it's like the amount of people that were like, oh yeah, well, Xbox did it, so it's fine. It's like 100% true. It's like genuinely, they are incapable of defending Sony without bringing up Xbox or PC. I swear down, that is, it's like on the Sony Pony bingo card.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a game, bro, Sony. I know, right? Fucking simulation theory.
So, are we really trying to imply that Steam's DRM is the same as this? Like, I don't know what to tell you, but if I put my Steam account into offline mode, like if I download some games and then go into offline mode, those games are not going to just stop working after 30 days. Unless they have some additional DRM that is forced on them by the publisher, not by Steam. And I say this with absolute certainty because I have a Steam Deck that I very rarely connect to the internet because, like, why would I? I have it, I download the games and I take it on the go with me. And I have literally not one time encountered an instance where I couldn't play my game because I wasn't connected to the internet. In before Joe, 30 days. My Steam Deck has gone like 2 months without connecting to the internet because I just by default, I have it on airplane mode. It saves the battery, and if I don't need to be connected to the internet, I'm just not going to do it. I download my games, I turn it on airplane mode.
Wait, airplane mode saves the battery? I didn't know that. I feel like I should know that by now. I mean, fair enough. I might put mine on airplane mode.
Oh,
I just don't take it off airplane mode until I need to download something new. Maybe I'm just getting extremely lucky with the games I'm doing this on, but also, is that not the point that I'm making? And does this not also just add comedy to the fact that you see PlayStation doing a thing, or you see
This man's got a
PlayStation
head shaped like a bowling pin.
for a thing, and your gut response is, oh yeah, well, this other company, and you don't even have the thought to look into that other company. Your gut response is, don't talk about Sony, talk about this other company. My boy, that might mean Sony's in the wrong.
How
if you can't
hang on, right. Right. Watch these Muppets up here fail to catch the ball. Keep an eye on the ball and these people. Watch this.
Your gut response is, don't talk about Sony, talk about this other company. My boy, that might mean Sony's in the wrong.
Catch the wanky ball.
If you can't defend
Jesus, that was painful.
The thing Sony is doing.
I was better at sports in school, and I was the skinny kid that got bullied. I'm better than that.
By referring to the thing Sony is doing, if you
fuck, catch the bloody thing.
Only perceived defense of Sony is to completely change the subject, I think Sony might be in the wrong.
Oh, look at this lad. He totally knows what's going on, this lad.
Dawson says, if you have a $900 console and no internet, that's your own fault. Okay.
Yes, it's your own fault that Sony did a thing. Love it. Fantastic argument.
Let's just run through this. You pay $900 for the console. You pay however much money for some game downloads, single player game downloads, but that's just not enough for Sony. You need to connect to the internet as well, which is ultimate comedy in the situation, because it's not like Sony makes anything off the internet. It's not like Sony makes anything off of your internet subscription or your monthly internet payments. Like, I bought the damn game. I bought the damn console, and the game doesn't actually need any kind of online connection to run. It's a single player game. But Sony's like, no, you do need internet connection for the single player game. Well, no, you don't need an internet connection to the single-player game. You just have to have an internet chat. You need to connect to Sony servers and let them poke you a couple times, and then we'll let you play the game again, even though the game has literally nothing to do with the internet. Like, it's this feels just so spiteful. There is no way that
oh my god, look at this specimen. Look at this lad. Fucking head like a bullet. He's got Sonic gloves and everything. I swear down, this is our champion right here. Every single fucking time, the next player is just more cursed than the last.
See, it's such a...
He's got a freaking face like Captain Underpants. Like, we need a home run from this man.
Widespread issue on the fucking PlayStation Store that this needs to be there. I think that's what bugs me so much about the whole thing. Because, like, on the PC, there's a lot of different piracy methods, because it's an open market, and I do not agree with like 99% of the DRM policies on the PC. But I at least understand from a corporate bean cruncher perspective why they think they need them. But something like this, where like the OS is...
fuck it. Okay, where do I begin? Okay, we've got this guy who looks like he's trying to swallow a watermelon. And we got this person. What is this?
I think that is
the store is
Kurt Schilling.
corporate owned. The game library is curated. Like, there is no way that a digital piracy market on the PlayStation is so widespread that
she's
you
gonna
have
be
to
out.
do this. And that's why this news is so funny to me. Oh, they only have this policy in place because they don't want you refunding games. Well, Sony has been curating their library so aggressively, maybe if there's like a mass scamming of refunding games, is that not the point of curating the your market? Like, really think about this. Sony is apparently putting in this absolutely dog shit DRM policy in order to
the hell was that?
Prevent people from abusing
man
the
just turned into
refund
Iceman.
system. But the refund system would only be so active if people were mass refunding games. And people would only be mass refunding games if you had a whole bunch of dog shit on your platform. But according to Sony, they don't have dog shit on their platform because they
the man who with a head like an acorn, he called
curate
it
the
Derek.
library. So like literally none of this tracks. Meanwhile, Steam is out here just making...
What is this donut head? Literally. My man's got a chocolate glazed head.
$2 by letting anybody put anything up on the store and charging whatever they want for it. Oh my god! It's almost like an open marketplace is better than a curated marketplace.
Vladimir Womack.
What the fuck? Who could have told you that? Other than literally anyone who's ever played video games outside of the console space. Oh my lord. Like, this is why the console space is so funny to me. It's like there's so many random rules and regulations in this space that nobody even thought of on the PC. Because it doesn't make any sense. Jayster says, Nintendo stopping game sharing is definitely worse.
Oh, look. Oh, yep. Sony does a shit thing, but Nintendo did a worse thing, so it's fine. Yep.
Worse than this. Well, this shit it really doesn't affect many people. Okay, so again, Sony fanboys are incapable of just defending what Sony is doing. They have to bring someone else up.
You cannot hit the damn ball.
This news is shit, for sure. But also, it doesn't affect that many people, so it's fine. And also, Nintendo did a thing once. The thing is shit, and I'll acknowledge...
Nailed it. The fucking donut is going back to bloody Krispy Kreme.
Acknowledge that the thing is shit, but I will only acknowledge the thing is shit if I can also...
I didn't even notice this guy. My god. He's either sunburnt or he is mega black. I'm hoping he's sunburnt, because, like... Also, he's got Sonic shoes, I've just noticed. Like, what is... I've not seen this man all game.
Deflect the criticism by throwing people who it does affect under the bus because
Sammy, there we go.
Matter. They don't pay enough to Sony. And also, Nintendo did a thing this one time. So it's fine. Oh, Lord. Front Run It says, is this really a big deal? Honestly, in 2026, if my internet goes down, I can't work. I can't day trade. Being able to access my games is not at the top of my list if I don't have internet for a month. Hey, how do you know somebody's a day trader? Don't worry, they'll fucking tell you at every opportunity. But also, red hair.
Lol.
This isn't a problem because...
Sam Raimi? I know, right? It's Sammy Raimi.
Completely unrelated thing. I can't day trade, bro.
Chipper Jones. The fuck? That's actually his name.
Sony locking you out of your own games if you can't connect to the internet. If I can't connect to the internet, what about day trading, bro? What about my stocks, bro? Which I think is just really funny that your defense of Sony.
What is this game?
Something stocks. Let's go ahead and look at Sony's stock price since they announced.
Oh, he's out already.
Oh.
Chipper Jones.
I wonder if this news had anything to do with that.
What the? Wait, this is Sony's... Oh. That is a... Bloody hell. That's like my YouTube views. Just like a massive drop. Like, wow. That is bad.
Holy shit. At Glassdoor Gaming, which I think is Japan Hates Xbox. I'm not sure. I forget. I don't pay that close attention to this anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
Who are you? I know, right?
I just read the screenshots and make fun.
Why do you want him to be sunburnt, not mega black? Oh, he's here. He's here, Sammy Sosa. Right, I want him to be sunburnt because if this specimen is black, it would be hella racist. Like, you seriously want this lad to be... No.
Well, there's people who tell me, like...
I can't take their head seriously. Like, it's like they've been compressed. Oh, yeah, I need to play this game. I'm sold.
Hey, this account is...
I really hope you can make custom characters. I love it so much. The characters just look so special.
Actually, this account, it's just too much of a fucking web, and I just can't...
The way he fucking... His stance, his posture, everything is just perfection.
I just can't load that information.
You like judge my man's
that information in my brain is taken up by baseball stats and bat flips, like this one by Josh Naylor. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite bat flips so far this year. That was fucking baller. Fuck you if you don't like bat flips. Like there's really...
my man flipped the bat. Unironically, that's probably quite hard to do because aren't they made of like metal in professional games?
I think so.
It looks like metal.
That's one.
Yeah, it's got like a shine to it. It's metal.
Bat flip so far this year.
How was the death battle? Yeah, it was pretty bad. Right now we're watching more important things like Backyard Baseball, which I think is the name of the game. what happened with the Zeta situation. Just check the community post. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Fucking baller. Fuck you if you don't like bat flips. Like, there's really people out there who are like, if you hit a home run, you have to be respectful and just run around the bases, and then you gotta be really respectful about it because you don't want to hurt Trump. Feelings. Fuck you! If I hit the ball so hard that I immediately know it's going into the next zip code, I'm somersaulting around the bases. Like, one of the whole appeals of baseball is that every at-bat is a 1v1 versus the pitcher. What are they going to throw? Where are they going to throw it? They know my habits. They've been studying me as a batter. Where are they going to, like, throw the ball with their knowledge of me as a batter? But also, if I'm a
Mark McGuire. McG-Wire. I love it. Mark McGuire. Nailed it.
And I know their habits of how they try and trick batters.
I refuse to believe that he hasn't named the characters. He definitely has.
What am I going to swing at? What am I not going to swing at? How am I going to mess with them? Like, every at-bat in baseball is a very in-depth 1v1. So if I make contact with your pitch and I know immediately upon making contact that I sent that thing into the fucking stratosphere, I am dancing on your grave. This is a...
I like the fact that he doesn't even look like he's running. He's just, like, jogging. Like, you can clearly tell that he's just nailed it.
Effectively a great part of the game, and if you don't think home run celebrations or bat flips should be part of baseball, or the umpires need to start calling, like, unsportsmanlike conduct for bat flips, go fuck yourself off the rails. So, that's something that happened now. Where the fuck was I? Liza PC says, oh, I just noticed that your name is a pun on Lies of P, the game.
Lies of
Fuck,
PC.
I actually kind of like that. It says PC gamers and Xbox refugees are out. Again, because, you know, Xbox refugees are the PC gamers. It's impossible for people to migrate from console to PC. The only way they do that is because of the Xbox.
Yeah, take care, dude. Number one, RG. Take care, buddy.
Refugees. That's a video for itself. He says PC gamers and Xbox refugees are outraged about a console license check while their PC games are running kernel level anti-cheat with full system access. They picked the wrong struggle. Yeah, no, totally. The PlayStation license check and, you know, you getting locked out of your games every 30 days, that's perfectly fine because some games on PC have kernel level anti-cheat, which also, tell me you're not actually a gamer without telling me. Literally every time a PC game comes out with kernel level anti-cheat, PC gamers are fucking pissed about it. Like, literally every single time there is a kernel level anti-cheat system implemented into a game, people are fucking pissed about it. I literally stopped playing Valorant because of this. Like, I'll admit it. I'll just say it. I really enjoy Valorant.
Fucked.
I think Valorant, like, as someone who played a fuckload of Overwatch and a fuckload of Counter-Strike, Valorant really appealed to me. I loved Valorant, and I really miss playing Valorant.
No
but
more
also,
baseball.
just out of, like, personal, I don't know, conviction, I guess is the word I'm looking for, I stopped playing Valorant like a year and a half ago,
is this
2
game?
years ago. I
Is this Modern Warfare 3?
Yes,
shit
that's
from my
Modern Warfare
computer
3.
because
The
their
original.
kernel
It
level
is, isn't it?
anti-cheat is fucking weird. And no matter how good the game is, it is not worth supporting practices.
This takes
like that.
me
And
back.
also, in Before Joe, you play other games with other levels of like anti-cheat or kernel
How
or
is there this
semi-kernel
much
level
water?
anti-cheat. I get that it's a spectrum. I'm just giving you an example because Valorant in particular is egregious. But I'm trying to make multiple points here, and I'm just rambling. The first point I'm trying to make here is that kernel level
it's a plane
anti-cheat
crash, okay.
is not a fondly looked upon thing on the PC. That's one. Two, this has to do with live service games. Kernel level anti-cheat is like only remotely acceptable in multiplayer games, which obviously are not the thing that people are mad about for people having no online access on the PS5. Like think about
that's
this.
a mine.
People are saying, why the fuck am I losing access to my games after 30 days of offline play? Which means if you're playing offline, you don't play multiplayer games. And now here you are being like, oh yeah, well, what about these multiplayer games? Bitch, that's not what anyone was talking about. Of course PC gamers aren't bringing up kernel level anti-cheat, because why would there be kernel level anti-cheat in a single player game? Why would anyone be thinking thinking about that. The conversation is about the fact that people who play offline, people who play video games without connecting to the internet, they are the ones being punished for this. Which means they're not the ones playing multiplayer games where there would be kernel level anti-cheat. You fucking dork. Like, have you played a video game in your entire life? The answer is no. Yep. The answer is no. Lies of PC at Glassdoor Gamer, I want to issue a challenge. I want to challenge you to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I want to challenge you to, what's it called? Score Attack? Is that what the multiplayer mode in that one was called? Score Attack? Where like you have a minute or 2 minutes to just like rack up the highest score you can, and then someone else plays and they go the highest they can. I challenge you to that in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, which frankly is one of the easiest fucking games of all time. I love that game so much. The vibes of that game are great. The soundtrack of that game is great. That game is the only reason I even discovered bands like Less Than Jake and Goldfinger. I love Pro Skater 4 so much. I think Goldfinger was in Pro Skater 4. No, it was. Yeah, Spokesman is on the Pro Skater 4 soundtrack. And then
I love how we just go on a massive ass tangent
on the soundtrack. And also Run DMC, My Adidas. I love that way. Anyways, Glassdoor Gamer, I am openly challenging you to a live streamed competition of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. We can play online together with the Dolphin emulator. I'm not sure if you'll be able to figure out how to run the fucking Dolphin emulator because you're not actually a gamer. But just know that my offer is open right now.
Oh yeah, I remember this mission because you go on top of the sub.
Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. We will stream a live Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 GameCube version on the Dolphin emulator so we can play together.
He's calling you out 1v1 on Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's how you know he's serious. Yeah, it's like when people 1v1 me on snipers only on Nuketown. It's like the modern day equivalent of that.
Online play. I'll even let you host if it's that important to you, and I will.
He'll even let him host. Whoa, giving him host pro.
Fuck your entire life on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 as Django Fett. Okay. Next comment. How long have we been?
Right, you know when you have those moments where you have no idea what's going on, but you're happy anyways? That was me during that entire run. Like...
Recording. Jesus Christ. I've been recording for 35 minutes? About what, Joe? What are you even talking about? Genos Burner says, when are you ever going to be away from Wi-Fi for 30 days straight with your PlayStation? What a big nothing burger here. Again, this is such a weak sauce argument. I can give you plenty of scenarios where you'd be away from your PlayStation for 30 days, especially if you play.
I mean, yeah, basement dwellers obviously aren't going to be away from their PlayStation.
Multiple systems, but also it's like,
oh my fuck, I'm so stupid. Earlier in the chat, someone said, oh, I can tell you what Modern Warfare 3 is because it has Sandman in it, and I genuinely thought he was making a Spider-Man 3 joke. I just noticed the guy is called Sandman.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, I genuinely didn't know that. I forgot that. I thought that Gray in chat just now. Yeah, the game is Modern Warfare 3 because I can tell because there's Sandman in it. I thought he was making a Spider-Man 3 joke, but no, like, oh god, I can't tell if I'm Galaxy Brain or if I'm like Galaxy -1 brain for that one.
It's aside from the point.
Well,
it's aside from the point. In what other field is it okay to say, hey,
I swear down, I thought he was making a Spider-Man 3 joke, but no.
We're gonna charge you, X amount of money for the product, but also if you don't
could not
use
comprehend the way my
every
brain
30
works,
days,
the way my brain works.
Like, in what other field is that okay? Look, listen, sometimes I buy shit, it sits around for a while. That's just the way it is. I'm a musician. I have several guitars and several basses. I don't use every single one of them every 30 days. Does that mean the ones that I don't use get taken away from me? No, they're in my closet because I fucking bought them. I have an Ibanez guitar that's been sitting.
See, it's so funny as well. When you apply this line of thinking to literally anything except video games, it falls apart. Like chat, you know, like movies, right? You know how like people have like films? Like film collections. Imagine if you have to watch all of them once a month, or you get them taken away from you. Like, imagine if that was the case. It'd be so dumb.
my closet for like a year and a half at this point. I haven't touched it.
Or like books. You have to read every book on your bookshelf every month or you lose them forever. Like, when you apply this logic to literally anything except video games, you realize how stupid it is.
Because I have different guitars that just are, you know, feel better for the stuff that I've been working on. For my band, Curbside Anthem, we just recorded a new single. It should be coming out in a couple weeks. Like, we went fucking ham on this thing. I'll play you a little clip of the rough cut. It's not finished yet. Mix isn't done. I'll play you a little cut of the rough cut. Listen to this shit.
Yeah, look, we got fucking Markiplier on the left.
I don't care who you are or who you're related to. This shit fucking...
We got fucking Simon Pegg on the right. And then we got fucking Vanos Gaming in the middle. Like, look at this collab you never thought we'd see.
slaps. It's coming out in probably, like, I don't know. It's coming out by the end of May. We'll just say the end of May. That seems fair enough.
Yeah,
also,
it's pretty good music.
Follow Curbside Anthem on Instagram, because fucking coming to a city near you. Those spoilers.
200 followers.
Coming to a city.
I don't want to. I love how much this guy promotes his music, and it's a small Instagram page, bless him, but he's having a lot of fun with it. So I'm glad he's happy.
Yep.
Near you, if you're in the U.S. and maybe
followed by Jill's a penguin. Nailed it.
Southern Canada. That's never mind. I just can't remember what I was about to talk about with this comment. Although I think it's you know, fortuitous that I alluded to my band being on the road, because you know what scenario would cause me to be away from Wi-Fi for 30. You live on
messages, you lose a lot of your brain cells.
Well, no, he just goes on a rant about like random shit.
It is so not hard to come up with scenarios where that would be the case. That's why this is egregious. Tyler Ovkin says, so wait, if I buy a game for $60 and then I take a break for 31 days, am I out $60? Then Richard Sweeney completely misses the point and says, no, just connect your PlayStation to the internet and you're back on. I don't see what people are losing their shit over. Who in the heck is in this day and age plays completely offline, lol? I don't know, maybe people who want to play single player games and download single player games and then play them offline. And if it's a single player game, why the fuck would they expect to have to be online, Richard? That's the point. That's what's killing me about this. It's like, hey, I'm someone who plays a lot of games offline. I like to have my console offline, which, you know, it's my own prerogative to have the console offline because I already bought it. Then I buy this single player game off the digital marketplace, and it's a single player game, doesn't require any online connection. Let's call it something like, I don't know, something totally weird, like God of War, or The Last of Us, or Uncharted, or Ratchet and Clank, or Spider-Man, or any of the astronomical numbers of games that Sony sells their system on that are single player and don't rely on online at all. And then, you know what? I'm just going to download those games onto the hard drive so I have them to play. And I'm gonna travel for a bit with my PlayStation. Or, you know, I'm just not going to connect my PlayStation to the internet because I have my...
You can tell I'm tired because I'm not saying anything.
Yeah,
I need to do some sleeping at some point. Fuck me.
I have my own opinions about why I shouldn't connect to the internet. But now Sony's given themselves the power to be like, actually, sir, who gave us money for the console and money for the games, and us, who gave you no reason to believe that you wouldn't be able to play the games offline, actually, we're gonna put our entire penis in your mouth and your butt and everywhere else. In your penis hole. We're gonna put our penis in your penis hole because you decided to use products in a completely logical way that we sold you. And then along comes Richard Sweeney being like, I don't see why people are losing it. Who doesn't have internet? Does Sony sell me the internet?
Single player, what's that? I know, right?
Internet, Richard? Does Sony sell me the internet?
Imagine not playing Call of Duty multiplayer in 2026. Imagine not playing Fortnite. To this day, I still hate Fortnite.
Did Sony tell me?
Yeah, like, Fortnite for me is just... I don't know, man. It's so sad as well, because it's like, one of the things that interested me about Fortnite was its, like, tower defense mode, where it's like, you build bases and you have to defend against hordes of enemies, and they just forgot about that mode instantly and prioritized the Battle Royale. Like, mate, that would have been so fun. Like, a tower defense where you actually build bases, kind of like Minecraft. I'd love that. The bastards didn't do it. They just left that mode to die.
That the console and the offline single-player console game would require internet in the future. Did they tell me that? Did they make that clear? No, they didn't. Okay, Richard. Dick. There's the problem.
He kind of looks like Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond combined.
Dick. Listen, I'm just fucking fired up on a Wednesday at 9:45 a.m. Apparently, that's how early it is? Really? It feels later than that. I don't even know what I was looking to say at this point. I thought I had a really profound way to end the video. I don't remember what it was. But I
I'm not gonna lie, this game goes.
I recommended from John Boy. CB Buckner is a hilarious.
This game goes all in. I like Modern Warfare 3's campaign.
Since I've watched this, I don't think I've watched this.
Yeah, the Save the World mode where you fight against zombies, it got completely abandoned. Yeah, it's so sad because it's like that could have actually been one of my favorite things of all time. I like horde-based shooters. I mean, Space Marines 2. I love that game. Call of Duty Zombies. I used to love that. Tower defense games, I love them. I love me a tower defense game. It's like, combine the two and make it good. And, yeah, like, I'm in. Like, they fucked it up, though.
It says I've watched it, but I also have this account logged in on, like, all of our devices in the house. So I think my wife watched this without me. I think my wife watched this video without me, which, you know, fucking couple goals. My wife is watching baseball videos without me about how CB Buckner blows ass out of his butthole. All right,
what the fuck am I hearing?
Wannabe Hobo, Grimsy, Rose...
7 Days to Die? I mean, yeah, like, 7 Days to Die is, like, a step in the right direction. It's like, you build your own bases and you have to defend against zombies. But it's like, 7 Days to Die is kind of... I don't want to say it's bad, but, I mean... It could be better. We mostly love zombie shooters.
We're at the end of the video here. He's just gonna...
Yeah, we're at the Doofus Club. But it's like, I like zombie shooters. It's like, it is what it is. Like, it's such a neat, like... I mean, Left 4 Dead 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I still play that to this day. I mod it with Sonic mods, and it's just hilarious.
Yep.
Man, do you have Left 4 Dead, Bankai? Sweet.
I do, actually.
Yeah.
I just don't play it very often.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the way it's such a shame because it's like I like the fact that we can talk about games, but because of how like the YouTube algorithms changed, I don't think I'd be able to just play a game like on stream. Then again, I suppose I could. There's nothing stopping me. Whether or not people would be interested in watching is kind of up to them, I guess, but
I think the only way they would be interested is if you're suffering, like playing a shitty game.
Oh, yeah, like Resident Evil, but you guys can screw me over.
That or fucking Suicide Squad.
No. That is a no. Well, no, we couldn't even get Suicide Squad to work, because haven't they shut down, like, the online?
No, the online is still fully operational.
Why couldn't I play the game? There was something... I swear someone said they shut down the fucking... Anyway. It is what it is. But yeah, with that being said, though, I think we're going to call it a day. So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone for being here as always. This is where we're going to call it a day for today. I am going to get to work on, like, a few Shadow versus Mewtwo and a few other things. I'll probably do, like, a debunk or some shit like that. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to gauge what content works because, like, I just kind of get views for, like, different videos and stuff, but other things just don't work, so it's kind of inconsistent, but I mean, I'll do my best with whatever I can. But yeah, with that being said, take care, guys, and as always, goodbye.